At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
When I share my story, it's about more than building an inspirational space for artists. I represent the creative spirit of the nation, the Choctaw Nation. I am our history.
I am our culture.
I am our vision.
I am all of us.
Because our stories make us more.
Oh no, are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, had a pretty big fender bender here.
Don't worry, State Farm's got you covered.
That's great to hear. Robin, what's going on?
We're gonna get you a tow truck, Mike.
Thank you. Real fender bender going on. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Everybody remain calm. No reason to panic.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right.
Jennifer Broadus, State Farm Insurance. Visit our new location at 1605 South Park Drive, 580-584-9184.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down. I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine. Brighter than all of the lights. 'Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like this is my time. This is my time. This is my time.
Happy Halloween, Savage fans, and welcome to week number 9 of the Oklahoma State high school football season. Atop Melvin Driver Stadium in Tulsa, Oklahoma, tonight the Savages and the McLain Titans in a District 4A4 match, a very, very important football game for the Broken Bow Savages following last week's loss at Ada. This is a critical game for them as far as positioning for the playoffs is concerned. My name's Skip Copeland. Alongside me is Dustin LaSalle and our friend Chris Chandler with us tonight as well. We're bringing you this broadcast. And, guys, this is a really, really important game. We didn't think, looking at the schedule a few weeks ago, that it was going to be. But now, all of a sudden, this is a critical game for the Savages, a must-win game for the Savages.
Yeah, it's for a couple of reasons, one of which is the fact they've got to get back on track, and it cannot play any more games like the one they played last week where they made mistakes. Again, don't get me wrong, Broken Bow put up 34 points, did not give up, responded, but the mistakes cost them, and they had 3 touchdowns scored on them off of turnovers, and that was the difference in the ball game. Also, this McLain team's a little better than we thought they were going to be. Isn't that right, Coach?
Oh, yes, sir. This is probably the best McLain team that we've seen the past 5 years. Last year they finished 6-4. That was our first winning season in I think in 8 years. So just like you said, this is probably the best McLain team that we've seen. They have several skilled players that can take it to the house. So this is a must-win game tonight.
Now, the Tulsa McLain Titans are 4-4 on the season. They're 2-3 in District 4A4 play. They have a brand new head coach, a young man named Milton Harper, who is the youngest head coach in Class 4A. He's a 2012 graduate of Tulsa Central High School, and he's been here at McLain just this season as the head coach. But he has them at 500 right now, and that's a respectable mark for them in a tough district. They are a well-coached team, but they also have some really good athletes playing for them. They've got a quarterback that we watched in the pregame that can obviously sling the ball. Now, whether or not he's going to be on target or not, we'll find out during the actual scrimmage, right? But He's got some receivers that can go up and get it. He's got at least 3 receivers that have over 50 yards average receiving per game. He's got a back that has joined the team mid-season that is averaging about 125 yards per game. So they've got a balanced attack. They look pretty good offensively. Now, defensively, that's where we probably will find some susceptibility for the Savages to take advantage of. They've shown some weaknesses. They've given up a lot of points. They gave up 31 points to Glenpool, and that's the most points Glenpool scored all year. So obviously they have some weaknesses defensively that our coaches believe that they can exploit.
Yeah, they're an opportunistic team, and their defense does get points. They scored points last week they scored points against Sallisaw that maybe Sallisaw gave to them off turnovers, but they had a pick 6. They had a couple of fumble recoveries, and that's the thing, the Savages, they like to take advantage of those opportunities. The Savages, of course, giving up 5 turnovers last week, have to not give them opportunities like that because they have the skill people, most notably the quarterback Franklin. And his name's Franklin, but maybe it ought to be Roosevelt because he can throw it on the dime.
Well, if you look at the schedule there on the left-hand side of your screen, you can see the 4 games that they've won, the 4 games that they've lost. They've beaten the 2 teams that you would suspect that they would have beaten in our district, Stillwell and Glenpool. And they've lost to the tougher teams. The Poto Pirates defeated them. Sallisaw defeated them. Ada has defeated them. They have yet to play the Hilldale Hornets. So they've got a tough schedule. Broken Bow this week, Hilldale next week. So McLain finishes pretty tough. That's a couple of tough football games to have to finish your season with. So it's probably a really remotely outside chance for them. If they win these 2 games, they would be playoff eligible with 4 wins. But with the strength at the top of this district, unlikely that the McLain Titans are going to make it to the postseason this year. One other further note here, a couple of graduates from McLain, or a graduate from McLain High School making a name for himself is Josh Jacobs, the Green Bay Packers running back, who is having a great season this year as well. But then also the head basketball coach here at Tulsa McLain, the guy we know pretty well, Randy Rutherford, who was a Broken Bow graduate, 1990 Broken Bow graduate, and went on to lead the Oklahoma State Cowboys to the Final Four. He is the head boys basketball coach here. Got his team in the state tournament last year at this school.
Yeah, some of those fantastic athletes and well coached and disciplined. And the thing is he ran off about 3 or 4 guys when he started coaching, and he built that core, that basketball team, and then they went on to go, as you mentioned, go to the state tournament last year. Maybe see if he can come up here and have a few words with us at halftime. For those of you in Broken Bow that aren't familiar with Randy Rutherford, you've probably seen his name on the sign that goes to the school. But he is the all-time leading scorer for Broken Bow basketball. But the young man that is a quarterback may break that.
Yeah, he's currently the leading scorer in Broken Bow school history.
Hey, like you said, McLain, they're 4-4. They're trying to win as many games as possible so they can have 2 winning seasons back to back, especially for the young head coach, Coach Harper from McLain. Now, just like you said, McLain has some skilled players that can go score, can catch the ball in space, and can make you miss. Their basketball team last year, they made the 4A state tournament. So they obviously have some skilled kids that have some ability to advance the ball and go score at any point here. So, it's going to be a good game. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen here.
I am too. I think that the Savages are going to have to work hard tonight. I think they're going to have to play better than they've played the past couple of weeks. They've had a couple of rough outings. If we're being honest about the performance last week, it was really the worst we've seen this season. But if you go back to the week before at home against Hilldale, that game was sloppy from start to finish. So it's time for the Savages to put things together, and they're going to do so with got a couple of key pieces in their lineup. Reese Hoover not going to be out there on the offensive line, and A.J. Brannon, not going to be a receiver, not going to be the linebacker tonight. We'll see who replaces them in the lineup when they get on the field, but we know those guys are in street clothes tonight on the sideline.
Yeah, 2 leaders on that football team. And you see some of the other leaders out there as they're having the coin toss. But Brannon, one of Brannon's jobs is going to be outside. He's an outside linebacker, and his job would be to make tackles toward the perimeter, toward the boundary. And that's where McLain likes to run. The coaches, you mentioned last week talking to Ada, they like to do that dip and slip.
Yes, sir.
And that's something with the running back. He's only played 4 games. This is only 4 games so far this season for McLain, but he's averaging 124 yards per game.
Yeah, just like you said, this This running back that McLain has, he's averaging 124 yards a game. That's versus Glenpool, Poto, Sallisaw, and Stillwell. So there's two respectable opponents on there the past 4 games where he's ran over 100 yards. So this is a big test for the Broken Bow Savages. All week I can hear Coach Maverick Lane talking about this team needs its mojo back. We need to get back on the winning side. We need to restore the name. And the best way to do that is to go win this football game.
Yeah, absolutely. So you see the captains at midfield. The Titans did win the flip. They declined. The Savages will be getting the football. And just like when we're in Broken Bow, this field lies east and west. And so the Titans will kick from east to west. The Savages will receive and will march towards the east end zone as we begin this football game. We do have the national anthem and the moment of silence here on the way. We're going to take a commercial timeout in the meanwhile, and we'll be back with the game action in just a moment. Stay with us. This is Savage Football Live Stream on the Broken Bow Network.
When I share my story, it's about more than building an inspirational space for artists. I represent the creative spirit of the nation, the Choctaw Nation. I am our history.
I am our culture.
I am our vision.
I am
all of us. Because our stories make us more.
Oh no, are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, got a pretty big fender bender here.
Don't worry, State Farm's got you covered.
That's great to hear. Robin, what's going on?
We're gonna get you a tow truck, Mike.
Thank you. Real fender bender going on. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Everybody remain calm. No reason to panic.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right.
Jennifer Broadus, State Farm Insurance. Visit our new location at 1605 South Park Drive, 580-584-9184.
Halloween night, Tulsa, Oklahoma. What a beautiful night for football. Beautiful sunset onto the western sky. Savages in their gray road uniforms, topped with the gold hats. Brought a pretty good crowd with them tonight, Dustin. They've got the band, the cheer, the dance team all making the trip up here tonight to Tulsa. So we've got a lot of fans, parents in the stands as well. Should be a nice night for football.
Yes, sir. You got your cheerleaders, you got your dance team. You're about to hear your fight song, and you see our spirit line. About to run through the tunnel here. About to get it going right here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the Savages get things back on track. We've watched them all season long. They've been so proficient on offense, and really not just proficient on offense, but efficient as well, getting lots of average yards per play, controlling the time on the clock, being able to do things with the ball in terms of moving the chains down and distance-wise, and really having their way. And then all of a sudden, kind of the wheels have come off the last couple of weeks. So it'd be really, for me, it'd be very encouraging to see them come out on this first possession, take the ball, do what they need to do offensively to move the chains down the field, run some time off the clock, punch it in the end zone, take an early lead, and take control of this ball game early.
Yes, sir. We're getting the ball to start the game, and this sets the tone. This sets the tone. Especially McLain, they've probably watched film on us. They're going to probably see if we can go field a kickoff return. But just like you said, this is a defining moment. We need to secure the ball. We need to have some positive yards, and we need to go score on our first possession to set the tone for the rest of the game.
So we're not going to see him early in the football game, at least, because of the fact that we're receiving the ball. But we talked about Hoover not being in the lineup, and we also talked about Brandon. But another player that's missing is our kicker.
That's right.
Victor Silver's not here tonight.
Yeah, Victor Silva. He has a family emergency where he has to go down to Texas to visit with his aunt that's in the hospital. So we're down a kicker. So we're missing 3 guys. We got Victor Silva out, we have AJ, and we have Reese Hoover. But then again, when an injury presents another opportunity. It's time for another Savage to step up and play the game like it should.
So I see Braden Williams on the front line of the return unit here, along with Bentley Brown. Looks like Corey Nocum, Rocky Baker, and number 42. I will have to look up number 42. Unless that's someone in a disguise on Halloween night. I do not know that number. Let's see what we have here. And I'm going to need spectacles to be able to see it here. Who we got 42? Aiden Moore, 6'1", 172 freshman. So we got a freshman here on the front line of the return unit. I was watching them kick off. They do kick the ball relatively deep. This guy's got a big foot. So we'll see if they do the pooch kick and try to play field position, or if they give us a chance on a return. Our guys are set up at about the 19-yard line with a deep back, Tina Harrow in the middle. And we're underway. Deep driving kick is going to bounce once. Tina Harrow fields at the 10-yard line. 15, blocking in front to the 20. Makes a move there to the 21, and he's surrounded by Titans. That's where the Savages will set up offense, 1st and 10. Just underway here in this 4A4 matchup between the McLain Titans and the Broken Bow Savages, and here comes the Savage offense.
Yeah, line drive kick, not much height on the ball, so we were able to get a return there. Way to field it, way to get to the 21. Let's go Savages.
Savages set up in multiple sets on offense, so you'll see them a lot of times come out in a power look on one side or another and then shift the strength as they get to the line and see who exactly the personnel are for the defense and what alignment the defense is in. We have some sort of delay here early in the game.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a possible official timeout. They started the game clock maybe a little bit early, so the ref is trying to signal to get the correct time on the clock.
Yeah, it ran 9 seconds off on the kick return, and they're going to – oh, it said 14:51. They started with,
okay.
So they started with a college time clock, yeah. Here we go. We're going to get down to 11:53, and that's where we're going to start. And now Coach Lang wants to have a word with the official. So we'll see. I think looks like Maverick's satisfied with whatever they're telling him here. So 11:53 will be the official starting time here for the first possession of the Savages. We'll see sophomore quarterback Graydon Howe, who has had such a terrific year so far, both passing and rushing the football. I'm sure he'll start the game with Quinlan Bailey in the backfield. That's usually the power look that they take the first possession with. You'll also see Corey Frazier with a kind of a thunder and lightning look, as the Savages like to go to a speed back on the second or third possession. That is Bailey in the first possession here. Rocky Baker will be in the slot. Savages will go twins to the top side, the wide side of the field, and they'll have a receiver here in the narrow boundary as well. Baker will shift to the right side of the offense. Howe rolling right. Gets a block from Bailey in front. Graydon looks for some room. Now tries to make him some space. Reverses his field. Lots of time, lots of good blocking. Now he'll lob one downfield, and it's caught. And it's first down yardage. Do they give him the completion or not? It looked like he caught the ball. That was Bailey out of the backfield. They say the ground caused the ball to knock the ball loose. And we're getting an argument here. So let's see. They're bringing it back to the line of scrimmage. Or are they? The officials do not agree on this. The chains have already moved, and the ball has come back to the 21-yard line. Officially, it's going to be an incompletion. That'll stop the clock with 11:33 left first period. The Savages facing 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, looks like we had sprint out there. Look back to our flood concept, but McLain, they covered it well. They had defensive backs in the hip pocket of the receivers. You know, Graydon Howe looks to reverse the field, but then finds Quinlan on a little leaked out when he was the lead blocker, leaked out.
Bailey out, Frazier in. They'll hand it to Frazier. Whistle blows. That'll stop the play. Pre-snap foul, probably a procedure penalty. Let's wait and see. Official offsides defense.
Yeah.
So it'll be against the black-shirted Titans. March off 5 to the 26-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Savages. Again, Frazier in the backfield this time. They took Bailey in on first down, but then they have quickly made the substitution going with Corey Frazier. Rocky Baker still in at the slot. And this is Jacob Champagne in the narrow boundary. Graydon Howe, the quarterback. Hand off to Frazier, blocking on the right side, finds a crease. First down yardage across the 30-yard line, down to about the 32-yard line. That's enough to stop the clock with 11:22 left. move the chains. The Savages with a new set of downs.
That's right. First down in the game. Keep moving those sticks. Let's go Savages.
So it looks like Camden Jackman in the game at left tackle. He has, oh no, I'm sorry, that's Kyler Cupid with Camden Jackman at guard. Josh McDaniel, that's Kaplan Burris at right guard, and Sonny Freeman at the right tackle. No, it's Porter at the right tackle. Here's a pass outside Rocky Baker. Spin move up to the 39-yard line. Nice open field tackle by the defensive back that time, but Baker moves up the field about 6 yards. It'll leave 2nd down and 4 for the Savages.
It was a great job. We were in doubles. The number 1 receivers ran a 3-step slant. The inside receivers ran speed outs. Puts the flat defender in a bind. Do I go with the slant or do I expand over the top of the speed out? That time, Rocky Baker was wide open, and I like how he falls forward for some extra yards.
Savages will flip their twins to the wide side. Now the inside handoff, loose ball, fumble on the ground, and the McLain Titans have the first turnover of the football game as the exchange between Howell and Frazier was not a good one. The ball came loose, and the Titans will have it. 1st and 10, great field position inside the Broken Bow 35-yard line down about the 33.
Yeah, we just put the ball on the ground. We got the first down, but we put the ball on the ground next play. Looks like a possible sprint draw, sprint to the field where, we're putting the ball in the belly of Frazier and just.
I think that was Baker. I misnamed. I think that was Baker that they were trying to exchange with. Here's the Titans with the single back handoff, loose ball on the ground. Savages have a chance, and they get the ball back. A fumble by the Titans on the first play from scrimmage. Looked like somebody reached in a paw and slapped the ball out there on the inside, and the Savages recover. They'll get the football right back inside the 30-yard line. Let's mark it at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, Savages.
That was a great job. A way to respond right there. We wrapped him up. Possible got a helmet on the football or punched it out. But I think Cole Patrick hustled in there and recovered the fumble.
We lost a yard on the spot there, but the Savages have the football nonetheless. 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Howell with the football, hand off to Frazier, misses the first tackle. Got surrounded in the backfield, and he's going to be dropped for a tackle for loss. Inside the 25, down at about the 23-yard line or so. That play just never seemed to develop there, Coach.
That's right. Hey, stretch to the field. The point of attack, we didn't seal him off. We made the ball carrier bubble. And then we didn't do a very good job blocking on the perimeter. Their corner and safety just bring up the field and made the tackle for a loss there.
So the Savages outside the chains here on 2nd down, 2nd about 13. Frazier stays in the game. Here's a sprint to the right side. Looking for the pass. Graydon looking for a receiver. Now he'll sling it sidearm. Tipped and intercepted. Here comes the Titans on the return. And chased down by Dejon Hall at the 21-yard line. The receiving, the defensive back. He did spike the ball. Number 6, the defensive back on the interception is Howell. Really had a lot of time there. And then just kind of flung the ball sidearm downfield. And the defender stepped up and picked it off. The 2nd turnover of the game. The 3rd total turnover of the game. 2nd by the Savages. That's Javante McCaskill, a junior defensive back on that interception. And here are the Titans again. Outstanding field position in a red zone possession against the Savages. Austin Freeman. Fake handoff inside. Here's the running back, number 4, with a nice stutter step. Great move to freeze the Savage defenders. And he steps it off inside the 15-yard line. Down to about the 11, it looks like. And that's very close. Just short of the first down. It's going to leave 2nd down and short for the Titans.
That was great running by the running back there. Looked like his inside zone was clogged up, bounced it out one gap wider, and got some positive yards there. But we got to have a goal line stand right here.
Bad snap, loose ball on the ground. Savages scramble for it. So they pick it up. Bailey has the football on the move at the 15 to the 20-yard line. Brought down at about the 22-yard line. And again, we've swapped turnovers with the Titans. 4 turnovers in the football game. We haven't played 4 minutes yet.
Yeah, 4 turnovers in 4 minutes. So this is what we need to do right here. We just need to calm down. We need to breathe. We need to secure the ball. And don't put the ball in harm's way, okay? If no one's open, let's throw it out of bounds. Let's reset the downs here.
Yeah. So here's Bailey back in the game. Graydon Howell also in the backfield there with Rocky Baker in the slot. We're going to have that window's got to come down. I'm sorry. That's way too loud. Bailey straight ahead to about the 24-yard line. Looked like just a dive play straight ahead, and Bailey pushing the power and pushing the pile. He's going to get about 2 yards on it. Leaves second down and 8 for the Savage offense.
Yeah, on that McLain fumble, it looked like this missed handoff at the mesh point between the quarterback and the running back. The ball's on the ground. Great hustle play by Quinlan Bailey. Picks it up, tries to scoop in the score.
Second down and 8. Al flips Baker to the right side of the scrimmage. Fake handoff inside. Howell's trapped in the backfield, gets loose. Has a block back there from Burris, and now he's down at the 1-yard line on a tackle, a shoestring tackle, as Graydon Howell just trying to do too much with too little in front of him there, and the Savages are backed way up in the shadow of their own goalpost.
Hey, what I like about this McLain defense, they are running hard to the ball. They've done a great job of containing them right there. Left defense ends up the field, makes the quarterback cut back. The right end has to be right there. They bottled them up. But right now, we need some positive yards right here. Give us some space.
Graydon's going to go deep with the ball. Dejan, he's got it at the 40-yard line. Out of bounds at about the 49-yard line. What a pass and catch. Graydon Howell 6 yards deep in his own end zone. He finds Dejan Hall on a fly route down the right sideline. And, Coach, what a beautiful play to get you out of a bad situation.
Oh, yeah. That was awesome right there, especially in the end zone with the confidence and the poise to deliver a ball. That was a 49-yard reception by Hall. Great job. Let's go.
Savages quickly back on the football. We've got a lot of noise in the background, folks. I apologize if there's some audio difficulty. We're working that out. Here's Howell on 1st and 10. Fake handoff. Now he'll keep right behind Frazier. Bounces off the first tackle. Across midfield. Into Titan territory. Down at the 49-yard line. A gain of 2 yards. Almost 3 yards on the carry.
That's right. Looks like McLain's playing man right here. Playing man. You know, they're putting guys in the box. They're blitzing.
They are selling out at the line of scrimmage, no question about it. Graydon trying to get them to jump. They were disciplined that time. Savages stay in their strength to the left side. Baker in the slot, Twins to the short side of the field. Well, the ball at midfield, actually. Graydon dropping back. Looks like a screen set up. It is. Frazier with the football midfield. 45, 40, open sideline 30, 25. Puts on the Jets, down the sideline. That's a Savage touchdown.
Hey, great job right there. McLain brought 5. They brought 2 outside linebackers off the edge, and that's the answer to the blitz. Okay, get the ball out on a screen to Frazier, and that's how you respond when the defense blitzes you.
Yeah, just a little easy screen pass, a 49-yard touchdown from Graydon Howell to Corey Frazier. 5:53 left here in the first period. The Savages with a 6-point lead, and it looks like they're going for the 2-point conversion when they're missing their field goal kicker, so they're just going to keep the offense on the field. And this is Frazier still in the game, and they'll stay in their base offense here with doubles, it looks like. Now motion. Knocked down at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. That'll do it on that possession. 6-0 Savages. 5:53 left here in the first period. Let's take a commercial timeout. We'll be back with a kickoff right after this.
When I share my story, it's about more than building an inspirational space for artists. I represent the creative spirit of the nation, the Choctaw Nation. I am our history.
I am our culture.
I am our vision.
I am all of us.
Because our stories make us more.
And welcome back to Melvin Driver Stadium, Tulsa, Oklahoma. The Savages out with a 6-0 lead early in this football game. 5:53 left here in this first period. And the kickoff chore is going to be handled here by number 33. Is that right? What is that number? I can't see it. 33.
I think that's going to be Lambert.
33 is the number. And he is slight of stature. So let's see who he is here.
I think just a pooch kick to the left here.
33, Alberto Morales.
Okay, Alberto Morales. Yeah.
Berto kicks the football.
Ball's on the ground.
Ball loose at the 32-yard line. Savage defenders have him. Isaiah Fields has him by the legs, and he's brought down up top by number 20. That's O'Neal, Gavin O'Neal. And the Titans will have the football for their third possession of the football game. If you've joined us late, the Savages and the Titans exchanged turnovers twice on the first two possessions of the football game. Savages scoring on their third possession, and now the Titans with the football for the third time. They're at their 35-yard line, 65 yards away, and their offense back on the field. Let's set the Savages defensively. So I think number 42, that must be Bentley. No, Bentley Brown's number 40. So is that a freshman that's in there for Bailey at linebacker? Because I've got 42 listed as a freshman here. So our middle linebacker is number 42. You see that, Coach?
Yeah. I'm trying to look here myself.
And Bentley Brown is the other backer.
Hey, McLain loves going to the field.
There's a handoff to Selfridge. He's got the edge on the Savages, close to first down yardage. He's knocked out of bounds inside the 45-yard line, near the 43, it looks like. It depends on the snow. He's going to be at the 44-yard line. So a nice run, 9 yards there on first down, and really just a stretch play, Coach, if they were able to get to the edge.
Yeah, hey, on film, McLain's shown to run about 73% to the field. They feel like they run to the field because they have athletes, they have the speed, they feel like they can get to the edge based off their speed. But that play right there was just trips to the field, outside stretch to the running back, and we just got beat to the edge there.
I'm being told that's Bladen Meddock, number 42. So he's a young man that transferred to Idabel and now has transferred back to Broken Bow. He's on the field playing linebacker tonight. Thanks for that information. Appreciate that. So the Savages defensively trying to make a stop here. Second down and 1 as Franklin in the gun. Handoff inside Selfridge with running room. Loose to the 40, to the 30-yard line, to the 20-yard line, and into the end zone. A touchdown run of 56 yards by Chief Selfridge, the new running back for the the McLain Titans, and they tied the football game at 6 with 4:48 left here in the first period. And that was his missed assignment.
Yeah, hey, it looked like inside zone. Running back just runs through the weak B gap. And just knifed him untouched. Just getting beaten off the ball. Running back finds a seam and just makes us pay.
Yeah, it's good blocking up front by the Titans. They'll go for the kick here to try to take the lead. Good snap. The hold is down. The kick is low, but high enough.
No good.
Oh, no, it didn't. It looked like it went over the crossbar, but it did not.
Yeah.
So we're all tied at 6 with 4:48 left in the first period. Let's take a commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
And welcome back to Savage Football on this Halloween night. More tricks than treats so far as the Savages have put the ball on the ground a couple of times. They've thrown an interception. They have given up a big run to the running back here of the Titans, and they find themselves in a tie football game with 4 minutes, 48 seconds left here in the first period. Coach, I can't stress enough how important it is for the Savages not only to play well, but they need to win this football game.
They need to win. This is a must-win game tonight.
So the Savages in their kick return again here. We saw this same unit on the field as the game opened, and we had a driving kick to the middle of the field that the Savages were able to get a decent return out of. We'll see what happens this time. Again, a driving kick. It hits one of our guys up front. Great field position for the Savages as it looks like Bentley Brown, who knocked the football down and then was able to cover it at the 49-yard line in Savage territory. 51 yards away in good field position. I'm not sure that was on purpose, Coach, but we'll take it.
Oh yeah, and that's very hard to do right there. Playing the center right there. Well, you're 10 yards from the ball, and that was just a line drive kick straight to him. It might have hit his hands. It might have hit his face mask, but he was able to, off the deflection, he was able to secure the ball and down it for the Savages here.
So Savage offense back on the field. Bailey in the backfield along with Graydon Howe. Savages with twins to the wide side of scrimmage here. Bailey with the keep inside with the handoff. He's going to get a yard or so, and the Titans will drive him backwards. Not sure he made it quite to the midfield stripe. Less than a yard on the carry. Second down and long.
Yeah, I'm just really impressed by the McLain defense, front seven right here. They are swarming to the ball, and when they get to the ball, they're driving on the tackle. Okay, but we got to secure. We gotta win the game up front, and we need to secure a drive right here. I love the explosion plays, but I want to see us drive the length of the field, take some time off the clock, settle in to what we've known all season.
I agree. I would love to see them settle down here. As the Savages now with third down and along 9 yards here, according to the scoreboard. What did I miss?
I don't know.
Third down and 8. Howell in the gun. It looks like Cole Patrick in the backfield with him on. Yeah, there we go. Now they've got it right. Third down and 8 it is. Patrick in the backfield. Here's Howell rolling left. Fires a pass outside. Looks like it is.
It is caught.
Caught by Jacob Champagne for first down yardage inside the 40-yard line. At the 39-yard line, that's enough for a Savage 1st and 10.
Yeah, it's a great job by Champagne coming back to the ball and then diving and securing it before it hits the ground. Great job to move the sticks right there.
Again, the Savages with Cupid and Jackman up front on the left side. That's Burris and Porter on the right side. McDaniel is the center. Baker in the slot right this time. Howell in the backfield with Patrick. Hand off to Cole Patrick straight ahead, breaks the first tackle, then carries the linebacker with him to the 35-yard line. A nice gain on the play of about 4 yards by Cole Patrick as he's running hard all the way down to the 34-yard line. Let's give him. That's a gain of 5, second down and 5.
Hey, that was a great job by Cole Patrick, keeping his feet moving and getting those positive yards right there. Nice hard run between the tackles.
He stays in the game. The Savages with 3 receivers. And now they'll look for the play at the sideline. Baker in the slot right. That's Sky Baker in the flank position to the right side as Howell rolls in that direction. Spin move. Back at midfield. Looks downfield. Makes a pump fake. Again, draws a defender up, but he's going to lose yardage on the play as he goes out of bounds inside the 40-yard line, about the 38-yard line. Looks like the referee's going to mark it at the 37, we'll call it. A loss of 3 on the play, and it'll leave third down and about 7 or 8 yards here, 7.5 yards or so. So it looks like a good coverage. That was basically a secondary sack there, I would say.
Yeah, coverage sack, whatever you want to call it. But the McLain secondary are running step by step with our receivers and their front 3, and they've been bringing 4 right there on that one. But they're doing a great job on pursuit on Graydon.
Graydon dropping straight back this time, looking for the middle screen again. Same play we scored on last time. This time we can't find a handle on it. It'll fall incomplete, and the Savages will be in 4-down territory, it looks like. Flag comes out after the play. A dead ball foul after the play, and we'll see what the indication is there. It's going to be 4th down and about 7 before the penalty, and we'll see what happens with the penalty. He's pointing at McLain, so it's a defensive penalty, dead ball, personal foul against the Titans. That's a 15-yarder, and that will march things down from the 37-yard line, should take it to the 22 and set up a new set of downs for the Savages. So a break for Broken Bow there. Not sure what the personal foul was, but it came in well after the play had ended.
Hey, it looked like the same play that we scored on right there.
Yeah,
screened Frazier.
It was Patrick
Patrick,
this time.
okay.
Yeah, but you're right. It was the same play.
Yeah, that time due to a defender in Graydon's face, he had to put some air on the ball, which allowed McLain's secondary to close that distance to make a play on the ball.
Here's a handoff to Patrick, inside counter play. And a great defensive play that time by the linebacker, stepping through the gap and putting Patrick on the ground. Short gain, if any, about a yard. It'll leave 2nd down and 9. Clock on the move, 1:30 left first period, all tied at 6. Patrick stays in the game. Savages go to a trip set left this time. Nocum in the wide position. Tina Harrow in outside as well. Howell looking outside, will fire the pass to Jacob Champagne. Caught at the 7-yard line and down at about the 6 goes Jacob Champagne. Another first down catch for Champ as he has moved the chains twice on this possession. They're going to spot the football right at the 5-yard line. Drop the chains. It's 1st and goal.
That was a great job by Champagne. He runs like a curl, sits down in a hole, and Great Howell finds him for a nice completion right there.
So the Savages offensively getting the ball downfield with the help of a 15-yard penalty, admittedly, but still, they're Savages in 1st and goal situation. Baker flips the strong to the right side of the scrimmage, and now motion with Sky Baker in the backfield. Penalties, and we had 2 men moving.
Yeah, 2 men moving, yeah. two men in motion, or maybe not set before the second one came in motion.
Yeah, we had 1 in motion and the other one moved. So it's going to lose us 5 yards here. So it's still going to be 1st and goal, but this time it'll double the distance to the 10-yard line. So the clock is running with the penalty. I'm not sure why. The clock should be stopped on the penalty, and it is not. So we're going to run out a quarter here if we don't get up and get a snap. There's 3 seconds difference between the game clock and the play clock, so the Savages will have to snap it.
Snap it one more time.
Howell with trips right. He's going to roll. Looks like a design run. There's a penalty marker coming in, and he's pinned at a 15-yard line, a loss of 5 on the play, and we'll see what the penalty is. Clock stops with 12.3 seconds left in the period. And let's see. It looks like the white hat walking towards the McLain sideline, holding against the Savages. Decline or not? Let's see. They're talking it over. It's going to be 3rd down. If it's not, we'll replay 2nd down if they take the penalty. McLain coach is not sure whether they want it or not so far. Long discussion, and they're going to decline. So they're going to
limit our times to.
They're going to take the loss. It was a 5-yard loss, so really they would have only gained another 5 yards, and we would have replayed the down. So instead, they'll take the 5-yard loss and the loss of down. Wind the clock. That should be the final play of the period.
Yeah, they'd probably let it go to the quarter here. Try to regroup.
Yeah, I would. I think I'd already be at the sideline talking to them, actually. So the clock's going to wind down. 5 seconds left, 3 seconds left, and that'll do it on the first period. We're all tied at 6 at Melvin Driver Stadium, the Savages and the Titans in a 4A4 showdown. We'll be back with more Savage football right after this.
Oh, no. Are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, got a pretty big fender bender here.
Don't worry. State Farm's got you covered.
That's great to hear. Robin, what's going on?
We're going to get you a tow truck, Mike.
Thank you. Real fender bender going on. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Everybody remain calm. No reason to panic.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right.
Jennifer Broadus, State Farm Insurance. Visit our new location at 1605 South Park Drive, 580-584-9184.
So the Savages will flip into the field here, but it'll be the same set of circumstances. 3rd down and goal from the 14-yard line following that loss on the previous play by quarterback Graydon Howell. And Savages now will have 2 downs to work with here, but we've got quite a distance to cover, 14 yards away. They'll go with a twin set to the wide side of scrimmage. Handoff fake. Now Howell will roll out, passes out into the flat to Baker, who is defended well. He's going to pick up positive yardage inside the 10 to the 8-yard line, but the Savages there will face 4th and goal from the 8-yard line.
Hey, that was a great design right there. We had play action. Rocky Baker blocks for 1 second, 2 seconds, then they leaks out in the flats. Okay, the number one receiver and two receiver at the top. They ran the corner and safety off. The corner looked like he made the tackle on Rocky Baker coming off the number one receiver.
He did. He broke back when the ball was in the air. Good play defensively to keep Rocky out of the end zone there. 4th down, big play here for Graydon Howell in the offense. Rolling out, throws the ball into the corner, and it's overthrown, incomplete. They'll turn the ball over on downs, and the Titans will take over at the 7-yard line, 1st and 10. Tough possession for the Savages that time. So they had the ball 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. They wind up turning it over on downs, and we're in a tight ball game. All tied at 6, and the Titan offense back on the field. Long ways away, but they've shown some big play capability already in this football game.
Yes, they have. You know, McLain all season, they've played some close games after the first quarter, second quarter. It's only when the third and fourth quarter these teams like Ada and Ada's ran off with them. You know, so hopefully our depth and our conditioning will show as the game goes on.
Well, you made the mention earlier that we have a deeper roster than they do. That should pay some dividends for us late in the football game. Here's a handoff inside, bouncing to the outside, loose on the run, 20-yard line. Foot race at the 30 to the 40. It's a chase. Can Patrick get to him? Yes, he can. He chases him down inside the 35-yard line, but a huge run by Chief Selfridge. And the Titans are working in great field position here. Let's see where they put it. The 30-yard line. What a run. They set up at the 7. They wind up in Savage territory at the 30. What a great run by Selfridge.
Yeah, man, this running back is juiced up. He has a nice burst. What I like about him, he's about as fast laterally as he is forward. Right there, we had him clogged up. It looked like Cupid had him for a tackle, but he got outside of us with his lateral movement. And he does the same thing.
Same play. Yeah, it's different back, but the same play, and he bounces outside. That's going to be another 1st and 10 as the Savages having trouble getting the Titan backs on the ground. And this is a continuation of what we saw last week. Excuse me, against the Ada Cougars, as the Savages had all kinds of trouble stopping the ground attack of the Ada Cougars. The Titans have found something that's working, and here they are utilizing that right now to move the ball down the field. 23-yard line, that was not a first down. 2nd down and a long 2 yards here.
Yes, you don't want to give McLain any momentum here. We don't want to give them any chance or any thought they could win this game. If they have that, they start believing it's good. They're going to play lights out.
Handoff, Selfridge back in the game, cuts it back inside, breaks a tackle, loose to the outside, inside the 15-yard line. That's 1st down yardage, and spotted, looks like at the 11-yard line. So still going to be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line as the Titans are getting it done on the ground right now. 9:47 left in the first half. It's a tie ball game at 6-all, but the Titans on the move inside the Savage red zone.
And they're knocking on the door right there. What I like about that running back, he showed great patience on not just running out to the edge. Showed patience on cutting it back.
And then broke a tackle. Here he is again. Nice delay step. Breaks another tackle inside to the 5-yard line. Selfridge is a good-looking back, Coach. He is really using that delay technique to make the Savages miss, and then he's running through arm tackles. Savages are going to have to get some shoulder pads and helmets on.
That's right. We got to close that space. We got to squeeze those gaps down. And when he does cut back, inside linebacker has to insert in that gap and go get a piece of the pie there.
2nd down and 3. Same formation. Fake handoff, toss outside, step move, inside the 5, inside the end zone, touchdown Titans. McLain has taken the lead, 12-6 with 8:55 left in the first half. On a little flare pass, and they just faked that inside, made those linebackers bite on that zone fake, and then flipped the ball outside, and he did the rest. He got the ball in the end zone with a tackler hanging off of it.
Yeah, it looked like on that play, we had everyone in the gap. We're playing man on the edge. Inside zone action, and then just threw the ball out there on a bubble there. What I like about their quarterback, they got the ball, delivered it on time, and allowed his receiver to make a play. Coach Cole Patrick just overruns the ball carrier just a tad bit. He needs to stay on the inside hip of that receiver to secure the tackle.
Titans with a fake pass outside. It's caught for 2. What a beautiful catch. That was a great catch by number 6 for the Titans. That is McCaskill, Javante McCaskill with the catch, and it's 14-6 Titans, and just like that, the Savages are down by 8 points. Wow. Let's keep it right here. Let's talk about what's going on here, Coach, because what we've seen over the last 3 weeks of football is that the wheels have fallen off for the Savage defenders. They really are struggling.
That's right. You know, in this game right here, I know it's 8 minutes in the second quarter, but we have a total of 8 possessions on both sides right here. So we got to slow this game down. Okay, we gotta have the momentum. We gotta have the tempo on offense. But we need to keep our offense on the field right here and get a little bit momentum back right here.
So there was a time this season where we were talking about the Savages need to stop the big play. Nobody's been able to march the ball downfield on us. Uh-oh, what happened?
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and
Check. Yeah, we're back. Caught by Frazier on the outside. Cuts back across midfield, or across the 40 to the 45, across midfield inside Titan territory, down at the 47-yard line.
Hey, great effort.
There's a flag on the play.
Great effort by Frazier, but we have a illegal block on one of our linemen. This play's going to be called back.
So I apologize, folks. We lost power on the audio side of the house over here, and we had to quickly take a commercial to get our audio back. The Savages are going to lose. It was second down. The Savages are going to lose yardage on the penalty here and going to have to replay second down. We had a wild few seconds there as we had to scramble to get things reorganized, but hopefully you have connection with us now. It looks like it's metering on our end anyway.
It should be 2nd and 20 here.
Yeah, 24-yard line. Is that where it's at?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it looks like it's spotted at the 24-yard line. 7:24 left, clock on the move, first half. Savages with second down and about 21 to go here. Howell in the backfield, rolling to his right. Looking downfield, lots of time. Now he'll scramble back the opposite direction. Slings the football downfield for Tejano. He had Tinajero. Tinajero has the catch, and a penalty marker comes in late as Tinajero goes down at the 31-yard line. And let's see what the penalty is. They're going to mark the football at the 31. And the white hat will make his way down to see what the call is. I didn't see
Yeah, I'm
anything.
not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe helmet.
Helmet had to be helmet. It had to be
to.
leading with the hat there on the defender because that was the only call it could have been.
Yeah. Which Tyron catches it and he kind of crunches down to protect himself, but they're going to add some more onto this.
Leading with the helmet. That's what it is. So it's a targeting penalty. It'll be 15, or will it be half the distance? To see where the ball was at. So it'll be half the distance, right, to the. So they're going to put it at the 17-yard line. 1st and 10, Savages off the catch, and Graydon just found himself some time. Stepped back up into the middle of the field there and slung the ball loose. He saw Tyron Tinajero open in the middle of the field. 3 defenders behind him, but Tinajero had space to catch the football. That'll move the chains. The Savages now take the ball, tuck it inside with Frazier, and move the ball across the 15 down to about the 12-yard line. That'll leave 2nd down and 5 for the Savages.
Timeout.
Timeout, Tulsa McLain. So the McLain Titans will take a timeout. 6:37 left. They lead 14-6, but the Savages have something working inside the red zone. You're watching Savage football right here on the Broken Boat Network.
Oh, no. Are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, got a pretty big fender bender here.
Don't worry. State Farm's got you covered.
That's great to hear. Robin, what's going on?
We're going to get you a tow truck, Mike.
Thank you. Real fender bender going on. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Everybody remain calm. No reason to panic.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right.
Jennifer Broadus, State Farm Insurance. Visit our new location at 1605 South Park Drive, 580-584-9184.
And welcome back to Driver Stadium, where the Savages have the football. 2nd down and about 5 to go here. Following this timeout, 6 minutes, 37 seconds left in the half. Savages down by 8 points. They'll put Patrick in the backfield. In fact, it's a 2-back set this time. That looks like Braden Williams in front of him. They're going to shift out of this, right? No, they're going to run. Power look. Patrick to the inside, 10-yard line, inside to the 8-yard line. Very, very close to the 1st down. It'll depend on the mark. So they set up in a 2-back set and ran the lead that time.
So, hey, they're in a 2-back set. They had one of their backs was lead blocker for the B gap, handoff, and our running back just followed our lead blocker on a lead play.
So the mark is short of the line to gain by about a foot. Savages facing 3rd down here and less than a half yard to go. Same set. Flip it strong to the other side this time. Williams in the lead spot. Handoff, Patrick straight ahead. Touchdown, Savages. Cole Patrick with an easy touchdown run that time. Great blocking up front. Credit that offensive line for giving Cole an opportunity to get to the end zone. And now the Savages will stay on the field with the offense to try to tie the football game. 14-12 is our score. 5:53 left in the half. And the Savages 2-point conversion on the way.
That was a great surge up front. Great lead block. Patrick finds the end zone.
First time we've seen that. It was first time we've seen that 2-back look, and the first time we've seen that kind of lead play that they ran twice in a row there.
That's right. We didn't pull any guards, so we had a body on a body, or a blocker on a defender.
Graydon in trouble. Slaps up into the corner. No good. Ball was thrown too hard and just slightly out of bounds. And the 5:53 mark here in the first half, the Savages are down by 2 at 14-12. Again, a good possession by the Savages after following that 93-yard drive by the McLain Titans. We were in the middle of talking about the fact when the power went out on the audio a moment ago, we were in the middle of talking about the fact that we'd been susceptible to the big play, but then all of a sudden now we see McLain drive 93 yards on us. But the Savages with a great response to answer with a good drive of their own that time to get the ball down the field into the end zone. Opportunity to tie the ball game, but the 2-point conversion failed.
Yeah, it's a great job how to answer right there. They score, we got to go score. You know, they're aggressive, we got to be that much more aggressive. Just keep raising the bar.
So Morales will tee the ball up at the 40-yard line, and we'll kick it away towards the west end zone here as the McLain Titans will line up in return position with their deep back only at about the 24-yard line. So they're expecting a short kick from Berto Morales here off of this kickoff. The driving kick, fielded at the 28-yard line, across the 30, 35, breaks the tackle to the 40, still on his feet, 45, cuts outside, now an open field, midfield, blocking in front to the 40, to the 35, and he's taking it to the house. That's Selfridge, the running back, on the return. He takes the football from the 28-yard line, a 72-yard kickoff return, and the Titans are back up by 8, 20-12 with a point after touchdown on the way.
Yeah, there was a nice kick that we had. We had nice height on it. Some of our kickoff unit right there got out of our lanes, and then as the ball carrier cut it back, our contained guy on the right side, our secondary contained, this guy squeezed too much inside and gave up the edge.
We had hands on him, Coach. We had hands on him and just couldn't get him to the ground there, and he broke back outside. And when he did, he was off to the races. Selfridge is a good running back, but obviously a pretty good kick returner as well. They're going for the kick here on the 1-point conversion. We'll see what happens here. It's a good snap. Hold is down. The kick is up, dead center, and they're up 21-12. A 9-point Titans advantage with 5:37 left in the half, and the Savages, after having had an impressive drive downfield to get back in the mix of the football game, now find themselves down even further by the 9-point Titan lead. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back with a kickoff right after this. Well, clearly the Broken Bow Savages have some wrinkles to iron out of this particular game plan. Things have not gone their way in this first half. Despite a couple of turnovers early, the Savages were able to take control and get the football out and get off to an early lead. But, man, the Titans have come clawing back. They are a scrappy football team, really playing hard on both sides of the football. And, man, if you can take the ball 72 yards on a kickoff return, you can put your opponent in a bad situation. Savages kick return unit on the field. The ball fielded directly at the 15-yard line to the 25. Slips a tackle to the 30, but it's brought down there at the 29-yard line, actually. And the Savage offense will take the field 71 yards away. And Hal and the offense back on the field.
Yeah, we gotta move the sticks. We gotta slow this game down. We gotta move the sticks, establish a run game. Put the pressure back on McLain, because right now the pressure is on the Savages.
2-possession game at 9 points here with Tinajero and Hall split wide right, handoff inside. Frazier bounces off the first defender and then knocked backwards at the 30-yard line. A gain of a yard on the carry. Less than a yard, in fact, about a half-yard gain. Second down, long 9 yards. Clock moving, 5:13 left in the half. And the Savage offense having a bit of a roller coaster ride here in this football game. They've had some really good possessions, but then they've had possessions in which they have struggled, particularly with turnovers as well. Howell in the gun. Will flip Baker to the short side of the field. Handoff fake. It's a keeper by Howell to the 30-yard line, 35, and then down he goes at the 35-yard line, short of the first down.
He's getting up limping.
A gain of about 5. Looked like he might have twisted an ankle as he went down that time. That was a really nasty fall for Graydon Howell, and he can't make it off the field. So Graydon is down in obvious pain. Let's take a commercial timeout while Mo Skelton tends to our quarterback, and we'll be back right after this message.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. we're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
When I share my story, it's about more than building an inspirational space for artists. I represent the creative spirit of the nation, the Choctaw Nation. I am our history.
I am our culture.
I am our vision.
I am all
of us. Because our stories make us more.
Oh no, are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, got a pretty big fender bender here.
Don't worry, State Farm's got you covered.
That's great to hear. Robin, what's going on?
We're gonna get you a tow truck, Mike.
Thank you.
And welcome back as Graydon Howell is being helped off the field. He cannot put weight on that left foot. And that's a bad sign for the Broken Bow Savages. Freshman quarterback Blake Skelton checks into the football game. The Savages go back to a double back look here. Expect a lot of ground game. Frazier on the inside looking for first down yardage, knocked backwards at the 38-yard line. So they'll spot the football between the 37 and 38, and it'll be fourth down. Savages need about 3 yards here, 2.5 yards, and I would suspect you'll see the punt unit. Yeah, you got a punt in this field position.
Hey, on that run up with Graydon, it looked like a quarterback counter back this way here. He was at a full speed, a full sprint before he put on the brakes to try to cut back on a defender. I believe he probably has a high ankle sprain.
Yeah, I think you're right. It looked like he caught in the turf, and his body went in one direction, the foot stayed planted. So once again here, Giddens late getting on the field as the Savages will try to scramble and get this punt away. 6 seconds left on the clock. We've got a different punter in the football game. That's Tina Harrow kicking the football. Giddens will down it at the 39-yard line, and the Titans will take over. They lead by 9, 21-12. 3 minutes, 29 seconds left here in the first half, and the Titans with a really solid game plan. They came in obviously believing they could run the football against Broken Bow. Obviously, it seemed last week's tape as the Ada Cougars were able to run for 280-plus yards last week against the Savages. McLain using a lot of the same tactics here to get to the Savage second layer. And they're going to line up here in a pistol formation, so we're seeing a new look this time from the Titans. And that's a different back in the backfield as well. No, that's 4. That's number 4, Selfridge. He breaks it outside. 50 to the 40, 35, down the sideline. One man to beat, cuts it back inside. That's a Titan touchdown. Just like that, the Titans are on top. 28-12, and a penalty marker comes in late on the play after the touchdown. But Chief Selfridge is having his way tonight against Broken Bow. He's probably close to 200 yards rushing here in this first half.
Hey, that was the same play. The only thing that was different is the running back's alignment. Instead of on a side saddle, he was at quarterback
he was in the pistol. Yeah.
And it's inside zone. Everything's clogged up. He just bounces it outside. So on that inside zone, the offensive linemen, they're all stepping to the left. Okay, it's just the offensive lineman on the defender. And McLain does a great job of getting their hands on you and moving their feet, allowing the running back to cut off you. On inside zone, the running back has a chance to go through the A gap, B gap. If those are filled, he has a chance to bounce it out to the C gap. But this is what he's been doing throughout this football game. It's bouncing out to the C gap, off tackle run. And we're not there to secure the tackle and then to replace if our linebacker's out of position. Replaced with a safety.
Dead ball, personal foul against the Savages will be assessed on the kickoff. Titans will go for the 1 point after touchdown here, leading 27-12. The hold is down, the kick is up, and it's good. 28-12, the Titans with a 2-touchdown lead over the Broken Bow Savages with 3:16 left here in the first half. The Savages will be getting the football. That's the good news. The bad news is that their sophomore phenom quarterback will not be in the huddle. 3:16 to go. We'll be right back after these messages. And we're back. Melvin Driver Stadium in Tulsa, where the Savages have their hands full. Broken Bow 2 weeks ago were easily the favorite to win District 4A4. Savages find themselves now in a scramble just to qualify for the playoffs, I'm afraid. With that 15-yard personal foul penalty, the Titans will kick it off from the Savage 45-yard line. And this would be an opportune moment for them to go for an onside kick. Yeah.
After the personal foul, move them up 15 yards. Onside it, don't get it, you still have good field position.
And they're going to high pooch, bouncing. And here come the Savages. 15-yard line, dodges a tackle to the 20, out to the 25, still on his feet. Tinajero to the 29-yard line, and the Savages will take another offensive possession at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10. They have 3:09 to work with here in the first half. And we'll see how they align themselves. They brought Blake Skelton, the freshman quarterback, into the game when Graydon Howell went down with a foot injury or ankle injury, one or the other. And they do have the alternative to go into a wildcat look. They've also have shown Sky Baker as a backup possibility, but I see Blake in the backfield. So Blake Skelton is your quarterback. Corey Frazier in the backfield, Rocky Baker in the slot. Savages with 3 receivers, twins, to the wide side of the field. Handoff inside Frazier, follows the block inside to the 30, breaks a tackle, 35 to the 38-yard line. That's a good gain on 1st down as the Savages will set themselves up in a good down and distance, 2nd and about 2 yards to go on a good run by Corey Frazier.
Yeah, it's great vision by Corey Frazier, allowing his blockers to get out in front and then also finding a hole right there. That was a great play on 1st down. We need more of them.
We need a lot more of them. It's a 2-possession football game right now, 28-12. Savages down by 16 points. Blake Skelton calls the signals. Here's a handoff. Frazier inside. 1st down yardage up across the 40 to the 44-yard line. Stop the clock with 2:24 left. They'll reset the chains on 1st and 10 for Broken Bow. On 2 consecutive carries, Corey Frazier has 1st down yardage.
That was a great job on the cutback right there and then accelerating through the hole by Corey Frazier. It's a 1st down, and, we're down here, but then again, it's 2 minutes left in the quarter here. We need to have some time management, see if we can put some points on the board before half.
Blake's going to throw the football. Up in the air it goes. It's caught. Nope, it's incomplete. Freshman quarterback Blake Skelton to freshman receiver Dejon Hall, and it was close, Coach, but just over the fingertips.
Yeah, hey, but great job by Blake. The timing of the throw. That was his first throw of the game right there. So as he continues to play, he's going to gain more confidence, and I'd like to see them to come back to Hall right there.
Yeah, that's actually, other than a 2-point conversion where they were kind of in a fire mode, that's his first varsity pass. So Blake gets his first varsity pass, unfortunately an incompletion just over the outstretched arms of Dejon Hall. Here's the snap. Now Blake rolling left, looking downfield, throws the ball out, and it's tipped and picked. On the move, the interception return, still on the run to the 40, 35-yard line, 30, and he's slung around, still on his feet, and knocked out of bounds finally, and inside the 20-yard line to about the 17 as the Titans take the ball away from the Savages again, and they have a red zone possession already up by 16 points. And they have the ball inside the Savage 20 with 1:50 to work with here in the first half.
Yeah, this is thrown across his body. Number 7 tips it to himself and then secures the interception. I like Blake coming back to the 3-step fade shot to Hall right there. Obviously moving outside the pocket. That's a lot of pressure, a lot to put on the freshman.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure to come into a game down 16 points in a must-win game. For Blake to be in that situation is really testing. Austin Franklin with some signals here. It looks like an audible maybe as he rolls to his right. Fires the ball into the end zone. A fight for it and a touchdown Titans.
Looks like we had pressure. We moved the quarterback outside the pocket. Quarterback rolling right, but then throws it back across his body. Looked like we had a defender in his hip pocket. We just didn't make a play on the ball.
Yeah, the Savages look bewildered at this point. The Coaching staff and the players on the sideline really standing with their hands on their hips, not sure what's exactly going on. 34-12, and the extra point on the way with 1:42 left as they take the ball away from Broken Bow and then take it to the end zone on the first play from scrimmage. Loose ball, firing out. The quarterback has it, looking back across the middle, and will throw the ball up for grabs, tipped away and incomplete. 34-12 is your score. 1:42 left here in the first half. The Titans leading the Savages in this District 4A4 matchup. Let's take a commercial break. We'll be back with more Savage football right after this.
When I share my story, it's about more than solving the mysteries of our solar system. I represent the curious spirit of the nation, the Choctaw Nation.
I am our past.
I am our present.
I am our future.
I am all of us, because our stories make us more.
And welcome back as the Savages dig themselves an even deeper hole here with another turnover. I believe that's the fourth turnover by the Savages of this half. 2 fumbles and 2 interceptions. And they find themselves in a deep, deep hole. 34-12 is our score. 1:42 to work with still here in the first half. But the Savages really have had their struggles. Since the Hilldale game 2 weeks ago, the Savages have really had a difficult time on the playing field. And tonight, no exception as their quarterback goes down as well. Here's the ball picked up at the 28-yard line. Tarantino Harrow on the return will take it out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. And the Savage offense will take possession. 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Coach, we got a lot of work to do to get back in this football.
Oh yeah, a lot of work, but it can be done. Just show a little bit of life, keep fighting, keep believing. Don't point the finger at your teammate. Just look inside yourself to solve the problem right here. So just remember, all you can do is control your attitude and your effort, regardless of the score. Keep playing, keep chipping away. Keep fighting. We came off a loss. McLain played Glenpool last week, and they had one of their biggest wins of the season for them. So they're coming off a win where we're coming off a loss. So there's a lot of emotions out there, but, just like I said, you got to keep fighting no matter what.
So a block in the back on the return will move the football back to the 15-yard line, and things just get a little darker for the Broken Bow Savages. Back to the 15 now. 1st and 10. Skelton hands off inside. Frazier bounces off one tackler and then is up to the 20-yard line. A gain of 5 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Not a lot of time to work with here. 1:25, and if you're going to keep the ball on the ground, you're probably not going to make much effort here. Make much effort towards the goal line here.
Yeah, it looks like right now we're letting the clock run. We're just trying to get positive plays and then try to regroup at halftime.
Savages with 2nd down and 5. Clock on the move. 1 minute mark here remaining in the first half. Looked like we got a little head start going there. No flag. Frazier's down.
He's in bounds, so the clock will run.
Yeah, he's down at the 22-yard line. So he does get a positive gain on the play of about 2 yards. It's going to leave 3rd down and about 3. Yeah, it's at the 22. About 3 yards to go here. They'll need to get to the 25 for the line to gain, but
yeah,
actually they're not even going to have to snap it. I don't know if Blake knows that or not. He doesn't have to snap the football here. He's going to, though. Frazier will get 1st down yardage, breaks free at the 25 to the 30, and then he's knocked backwards at the 30-yard line, and that should do it. Why did the clock stop? Oh, 1st down. That's
no,
1st down.
1st down.
Yeah. So wind the clock now. Yeah. That'll be the end of the play in the half. That's 1st down yardage for Broken Bow. But with 18 seconds left and the clock on the move, I don't think the Savages even want to try to snap this.
That's halftime.
Yeah, this should take us to the first half. And what a half it's been for the McLain Titans. 34-12. They lead the Broken Bow Savages in this District 4A4 matchup. The Savages will go to the halftime locker room and will have to try to lick their wounds and figure something out to come back out of the second half with some sort of game plan of how to attack this McLain defense. You're watching Broken Bow Savage football on the YouTube live stream. We'll be back in just a moment with our halftime activities.
When I share my story, it's about more than solving the mysteries of our solar system. I represent the curious spirit of the nation, the Choctaw Nation.
I am our past.
I am our present.
I am our future.
I am all of us, because our stories make us more.
And welcome back as we are at half here in Melvin Driver Stadium. Chris Chandler rejoins us. Chris, you and I are going to trade places here. I appreciate you taking the camera work there in the first half. I'm going to take your place and let you carry on with the play-by-play, but I'm sorry to leave you in a situation where we're down 34-12, but I'm telling you, we've had our struggles here in the first half.
Well, it's been the most disastrous half of football this season, and I mean that not just because of the mistakes on the field and stuff, but we lost our defensive leader and team leader. We've lost our offensive leader and team leader. The starting quarterback, leading tackler on defense, just an incredible hole we put ourselves in, not just on the scoreboard, but emotionally trying to react to those. Those guys do lead out on the field, and of course, that's certainly every Broken Bow fan hopes that they are not seriously injured, that they can get well. But that's a big thing to come back from on the road after losing a game last week, where you were kind of beaten up, and then you come here and you get popped.
Yeah, I just didn't really ever understand completely that Quinlan was out of the game until he just wasn't in there anymore. I didn't see him go down. I didn't see anything happen to him.
He may have had a hard tackle. I mean, he made I don't know if it's a tackle or offense, but hard contact. And then he was holding his left shoulder. And again, don't speculate, but sometimes it can be a stinger, but sometimes it'll be a dislocation, something you can pop back from. And if we see him in the second half, that's it. But certainly he was out for a majority of that first half. And then of course the injury to Graydon Howell. And man, that's I hope those young men, both of them, certainly have the ability to play beyond this level. Quinlan's a senior, and you never want to see anyone injured in a high school football game or any athletic event for that matter. But as you said, Savages really have a lot to come back from, and it's as they used to say, it's gut check time.
Yeah, hey, you find out who you are when adversity strikes. We saw Quinlan the first series. It looked like he got injured maybe on a possible when he was running the ball. But then again, you tell your backups, you tell your second string all season long, hey, you're just one play away from getting your start. You're one play away. So that's how much. Even though you're a backup, guess what? You got to practice like you could start that next game because you're one injury away. So but I know we have injuries at quarterback. We have injuries at our inside linebacker. And I know both those guys are kind of like our engine on offense, especially Graydon Howell. But then, when an injury happens, it presents another opportunity for a young guy to get in there and say, you know what, I can do this. I will do this. Believe in me. Do your job. Do your part. Whatever you're responsible for, you go do it and do your role within this game, and I'll take care of the rest. So even though we have some injuries, we have a freshman at quarterback right now. We have another young guy at inside linebacker. We also have another young guy at right tackle for the injured Reese Hoover. But then again, when the injury happens, it's the next guy that should go in. It's the next guy. So you're just one injury away. Injury happens. It also presents another opportunity for another guy to get his start to make a name for himself. So right now, Blake has an awesome chance to make a name for himself. Coming into the game down, but then again, let's see what happens. Let's get him going. Let's get him believing, and let's turn this around right here.
And again, you said the word there that if you folks didn't catch that, freshman.
Yeah.
Blake Skelton is a freshman.
Yeah.
And he has been thrust into this crucial district contest when Broken Bow is behind on the scoreboard, and and without a seasoned 2-year starter, big offensive lineman Reese Hoover that's out, and against a very athletic team that can not only go after the ball but hasn't let Broken Bow really run the ball against them. I mean, that's something that hadn't let Broken Bow do a whole lot. One of the things I would mention though is again. It totally changes the aspect, and is as good a thrower. And I'll go on the record here. I'll say Blake Skelton may have a better arm than Graydon Howe, but he is not, and neither he nor anyone else on the team is nearly as good with their feet as Graydon is, and so that does, crucially change not only for the players and the dynamics of the offense, but also your play calling, because all of a sudden you've got to come up with a different game plan, different strategy on the spot. And again, the one pass that he threw down again hit Hall in stride down the sideline. Just a beautiful pass. Those are two freshmen, by the way. They do have some chemistry, as they have played together in 7th and 8th grade. So you actually were witness to that.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The play calling changes when you have a different quarterback in. But just like you said, with Graydon Howe, we're able to extend the play a little longer with his legs and his ability to make people miss. Just like he had that nice play where he stepped in the park and delivered a nice pass to Tyron. So if I'm the Savages right now, I'm asking Blake, hey, what's your favorite throws? What are you really good at? And then stick to that on the play calling there. But also the offensive line, has to step up in a big way right now to protect the freshman, to allow him some time in the pocket to deliver those passes, though. But just like you said, his first pass was right on the money, just off the fingertips of Hall. I'd like to see that come back there, where it looks like McLain on the single receiver side to the number 1 receivers, they're playing a man concept. I feel like a Hall can get a step on him. We've seen Champagne, the times that we've thrown him the ball, he's caught it. So I'd like to see some more passes to those receivers. And it goes back to the belief right now. Yeah, you're down 34-12. If you've had 7 possessions on offense, 2 of them have been in interceptions. One of them has been a fumble. The other one's turn of downs. The other one's a punt. But we have some touchdowns right there. We just need to focus on what we did good there, and focus on what we did bad and why we couldn't convert the ball, and then correct it, right? But right now, the McLain offense is on fire. They have 7 possessions. Their last 5 have been touchdowns, and one of those touchdowns was a kickoff return, so on special teams. So not only does our offensive line is going to get tested right here to block long enough for the freshman quarterback, but our kickoff unit, because guess what? In the second half, we're going to kick the ball off to McLain. So we have to stay in our lanes. We got to go rally to the ball. Don't assume someone else is going to make the play. You hustle down there and you make the play. I'm the only one that can make the play. That's the type of belief that each and every player on this field has to have when they go out there on kickoff, when they go out there on defense.
Yeah,
we got to answer.
Yeah. One of the things we're going to have to do is, and I say tackle better. This is a little different than last week at Expect, where we made contact and Ada hammered us after contact, a lot of yards after contact. We're not getting to the point of contact. Now, again, this is an excellent running back. This is just his 5th game in a McLain jersey, but man, he is tortured. And actually, they have number 2 back there too. So if number 4 and number 2, they have 2 different running backs that are making yardage against us. And that some of that is the effect of not having Quinlan Bailey there in the backfield, because he is the leading tackler on the team, leading solo tackler on the team, gets through there. And that's on those runs where the back comes either off tackle or just that play where it's kind of a stretch play. That's where Quinlan Bailey usually makes the tackle. And so he's there at the point of contact at the line of scrimmage. That makes a huge difference for the Savage defense. And I don't have a solution other than get there, have somebody, either a defensive back or an outside linebacker, somebody get there and at least make him hesitate, go toward the boundary or cut it back inside. Do not give them that stride where they can maintain their speed, and then depend on your teammates to the pursuit to catch up and make a gang tackle. We're going to have to do that right off the bat, though. Well, as you mentioned, we're going to kick off to them, and they're going to have the football. But the Savages, trail by 22, and that score probably will surprise some people around the district when they see it. But they're they're fighting for maybe not just for. Again, I guess there is a scenario where if you lose the next two games, and just we talked about how that was a strange scenario, but you might not make the playoffs, and so you definitely want to come out and you want to try to win this. Obviously, no kidding. Advice to win this ball game, but get back into it and try to get some points on the board. But the number one thing you're going to have to do is stop this offense. They put 31 points on the board in the first half, and that's the most that anybody has put up this season, I believe. I think McAllister had, I believe, 28, and Ada, it was, I think, the same. I think it was 28 at half, or maybe 27. I can't remember, but at halftime. And so this is the most points we've given up this season in the first half.
It's Halloween. McLean's came to play. They're fired up. At the beginning of the game, they're playing for pride. They've won 2 district games, but right now they're playing for something much more. Their coach has got them fired up on the sideline. And this is a fired up McLain team, and so they're not going to let off the gas. So we have to go answer on defense, and we have to go set up a score right here. And, we have to play fundamental sound defense up front. But right now, their running back, what they've hit us on is some inside zone. On their last touchdown, where the running back just cuts it outside, but he was lined up at the pistol back, and he was deep, at least 8 yards from the line of scrimmage. And the reason why they line up in pistol is so the running back, once he gets the ball, he has more vision, and he's able to once he gets the ball, he's maybe 2 steps or 3 steps faster than he is when he lines up at aside the quarterback. And what I call that a pistol, not pistol, but a side saddle. So
side saddle. That's a good one. I like that.
Whether they're lined up over the tackle and they're just right next to each other. But,
or for you those of you who prefer motorcycles, a sidecar, if you will.
Yeah, but
kind of in the hip pocket of the quarterback.
Hip pocket, and really what they've hit us on the run. Their guards are not pulling. They just hit us on inside zone, and so on the inside zone play, their linemen have done a great job coming off the ball, getting our hands on our down front 4, and then climbing up to our second level, which is our linebackers. And our their running back is able to cut off a guard, off a tackle.
That's a good. And from my vantage point, I'm trying to run the camera. Again, apologies. We do not have our regular camera operators out here, so my apologies to you watching this in the first half. But it seemed to me we had almost zero penetration in the backfield, and that's something that we have had, even against Ada, on the backside. Now, we might have made contact and they got past it. They handled us fairly well at the line of scrimmage. We had some penetration. I haven't seen any of our forcing unit in their backfield putting pressure or in any position to kind of force them outside in the first half. That's something they've either blocked us, or maybe they're just so fast they get to the perimeter before we can get back there. But they haven't allowed us to put pressure on the running backs even. I mean, they really haven't thrown the ball that much in the first half because they haven't needed to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They've relied heavy on their run game, but the front 7, the forcing unit, it all starts up front, getting off the ball, maintaining your gap, and then shedding off a block and making a tackle. But what I've seen is our inside linebackers have got caught up inside, and then when that running back hits it laterally, we're not in position to go scrape outside to the C gap or get out laterally to match him. But as an inside linebacker, you got to mirror the running back, mirror his path. If he's fast, if he's flat, I'm flat. If he's inserting inside the A gap or B gap, I'm inserting. But what's happened is he's showing a downfield running attack, and then he's bouncing it. And right now our linebackers are not scraping or bouncing to mirror him. We're getting caught up in the A gap and B gap. And so then that's relied on our secondary to replace them. And we haven't done a good job on our angles and then rallying to the ball. To making the tackle though, but we got to be able to stop the run, and then we have to establish a run game offensively. Especially with Graydon Howell out. If I'm McLain, I'm thinking that we're just going to hand the ball off to Frazier or hand the ball off to a running back, and so our quarterback run game is out of the picture here. So, but we have to establish it. So it's a lot of pressure on our O line right here to be able to answer here.
Yeah, Coach, and that's it. Let me, and that's an excellent analysis of what we have to do tactically and strategically. But what's going on in that locker room right now emotionally for those players? What is the coach telling these players? Because that's something that has to be addressed. I'm sure they are down as far down they've been this season.
Now you could say, hey, this is McLain. They're sixth in the district. We're as a week ago we were the likely to win the district. This is McLain. They could be doing that right now, or they could say, what, we've turned the ball over, we've put the ball on the ground. This score, it should be this score because we've turned the ball over 3 times, we've punted, we've had one turnover the ball on downs, but right now we just need to keep believing. We don't need to be pointing the finger. If you want to find the answer and solve the problem here, you need to look yourself in the mirror and say, what, how can I help this Savage football team win the game? We're not gonna do any good blaming someone for our mistakes on the field right now. Everyone in that locker room needs to own it and say, what, we're in this position because I've allowed McLain to dominate this football in this first half. Now I can control that with my attitude and my effort and my ability to play my best football. So I believe we can still win this game. I know it's 34-12, but when the pressure's on, you find out who you are. So we're either going to see a fired up Savage team, or the other option. They have no other option. That's the only option they could do right now is be fired up, love to play the game. Showcase your love for the sport, your passion for each other, the love for your community, and let's go win this football game. That's what I'm thinking that the coaches are saying in this locker room. That's what every Savage football player has, that belief right now that when the game's on the line, I'm the one. There's a storm going on, but I calm the storm by my ability to play the game.
Well, let me tell you something else that I think is going on there right now. The fact that Quinlan Bailey and Graydon Howell are not going to be playing. Well, Bailey might, but Graydon Howell limped. I mean, he had to be helped off the sideline at the end of the first half. Just because they are not on the field does not mean they've given up that position as team leader. So I think those two young men are probably instructing their teammates right now.
Yeah.
And I think that may be something that will keep them fired up. They are leaders, in the full sense of the word. But let's talk again. This is a Herculean task that is ahead of the Savages to come out without your best player and team leader on each side of the football, down by 22 points on the road, and with a freshman quarterback, that against a team that is fired up. And again, I think this is their last home game. They're on the road next week, and so they have, they're ahead, and they have every reason to win. They're fired up. They're athletic. But let's see if the Savages can do it. We've got about 3.5 minutes until we kick off second half. We're going to take a quick break, have some words from our sponsors, and be back with second half action. You're watching Brokomo Savage Football on the Brokomo Network. See you in 2.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
When I share my story, it's about more than building an inspirational space for artists. I represent the creative spirit of the nation, the Choctaw Nation. I am our history.
I am our culture.
I am our vision.
I am all of us.
Because our stories make us more.
Oh no, are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, got a pretty big fender bender here.
Don't worry, State Farm's got you covered.
That's great to hear. Robin, what's going on?
We're gonna get you a tow truck, Mike.
Thank you. Real fender bender going on. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Everybody remain calm. No reason to panic.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right.
Jennifer Broadus, State Farm Insurance. Visit our new location at 1605 South Park Drive, 580-584-9184.
Welcome back. You see the Savages, they're arranged on the goal line beneath the scoreboard, and that has the bad news for Savage fans, as you see a 34 and a 12. Probably if you can't make out the home and away, the home is directly over that 34, and the away or visiting team is the 12. That's the Savages. They, again, have a big task in front of them. But, that's kind of, for one thing, that's one of the things that sports does is it teaches you, sometimes in life, again, coach, those lessons, you get down, things don't go your way, nothing goes your way. You've got to respond, you got to react, and you got to do at least the best you can to try to get back into this football game. And that's what I'm sure the Savages are doing. Again, it's the right attitude with his coaching staff. That's one of the things that they have taught him. And as Coach LaSalle mentioned during the halftime break, that you just have to be ready to be next up. And unfortunately, I say unfortunately not because of the young men that are out there now, but because of the young men that aren't. We have two, actually, you mentioned three serious positions that are being played by backup players. Reese, of course, it wouldn't be that there was a starter this week, but Reese Hoover, again, a 2-year starter out this week. And now it's with Graydon Howell and with Quinlan Bailey out. Savage is really, really hurting mentally and physically in every sense of the word. And but hopefully they can snap out of this. We may say, and again, I don't see him on the field, but we may see Quinlan Bailey. Sometimes that shoulder injury can be a stinger or can be a dislocation or something. They snap it in. I do not expect Graydon Howell to be back on the football field, and I certainly hope he's able to play next week, or at least does not have a serious injury to that what appear to be an ankle injury. But Savages have again are going to go on defense to start off this second half, and I need to get a first. I guess it's play-by-play, coach, but the first thing is go out there and get a stop on defense, and that's something that they have had a hard time doing against this McLain. Again, and let's hand it to the McLain Titans. They are a good football team. Again, a little bit different football team than the one that started this season, because the star running back, this is his 5th game. He's averaging 124 yards per carry. Yards per carry. Wow, that would be amazing, 124 yards. Yeah. I tell you, I think the Graydon Howell might average 124 yards per carry if you counted the lateral distance across the field. But, but 124 yards per game, and you can see why. Serious talent down on the football field. I would mention something, Coach, also that literally Broken Bow had the ball after that huge sack on their own 1-yard line and drove down 2 plays and scored.
Yeah.
Just an amazing drive.
And that's exactly what we have to get back to. We had he got tackled like on the 2 or 1 yard line, somewhere in there, but we had a 99-yard drive and we ended up scoring right there. But that's what we need to get back to, and that's what the Savages need to focus on right there. We have done it, we can do it, we've done it all season long. We just need to settle down and play the way we should and have all season. Remember, bring back what we've done great all season long. Bring it back in remembrance and say, you know what, this is who we are. And then play, play with attitude, play with great effort, play with great physicality, and your effort that you display on the game should match your belief. And who do you believe you are right now? So, like you said, we have some guys injured, but then again, they got to find a way to. I can see Graydon Howell hopping on the sideline right now. I'm sure he's hopping down, trying to encourage his teammates, trying to coach up that young quarterback. But keep finding a way to add value to the team, even if you're hurt or not. But what's going to hurt us, we got Hoover out, we have Graydon out, we have Quinlan out, and then Victor Silva, our kicker, is out. So even when we do score, we'll still have to go for 2, and that might we can catch up some points there if we can get a good conversion, or we'll be behind.
Let's hope we have to make that decision.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, though, I want you. Victor Silva is out for a family matter, not because of any injury. He did not travel with the football team today.
That's right.
So the Savages are going to kick off to start off the second half. Of course, as we mentioned, they gave up a return for a touchdown in the first half, and
looks like we got the field.
They transposed the sides they were supposed to be on.
And which I'm sure all the officials are like, okay, this seems right. But then there was one guy that checked his book, said, hold up. So, which is great. We'll be able to see the scoreboard in the fourth quarter. This game will be won in the fourth quarter. So.
Yeah, I would have mentioned that nice playing surface here, and a beautiful. It's a beautiful night for football. It's Halloween night, and so and again, Broken Bow travels well, and they do have a good sized crowd over there. But I'm sure that plays into it. School's out tomorrow for Broken Bow Public Schools. Get let out. Here's a return, fumbled, bobbled at 29, and coverage is down there, and they got him down at the 25-yard line. Excellent job wrapping up. Helped a little by the bobble, but that's a good job, and that kind of. Yeah, maybe. Hopefully that sets the tone for the second half. Savages getting down there, and I think that was Gavin O'Neill down there first. Couldn't really tell, but there were about 5 or 6 Savages made the tackle right at that. I think if they give him his forward progress, it'll be at the 27-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. Nope.
Yeah.
He did bobble it backward. That's right. Yeah. He did not have possession at the 27 because he bobbled it. So that is not forward progress. 24-yard line. First and 10.
Yeah, but it looked like the ball carrier was trying to cut it back to the field like their previous touchdown that they took. So we did a good job staying in our lanes and wrapping the guy up. Obviously him bobbling it allowed our coverage team to gain 2 or 3 steps.
Yeah, first and 10. Franklin hand the ball off just up the middle, kind of a base play. A big crowd of players. No really room there in the middle, so a good job by the Savage front 4. A very short gain. Let's call it a gain of 1. Makes it 2nd and 9, so they actually blocked up the middle that time. Plugged it up.
Yeah, no inside zone play, so that time he didn't bounce it out. He shoved up in the hole.
And that's been they broke one of those earlier, but Savages, the trouble has been on the edge,
right.
Off tackle, off the tight end. 2nd and 9 coming up. Single back with Franklin in the backfield. Receiver split out, and then kind of a double slot look. Here's a handoff following the double slot. He's going to come outside. He's chased down. There's a face mask. But, nice job on the pursuit. He gained about 4 yards, but that was fantastic job running him down outside by Allen. And I believe Bentley Brown out there as well.
Yeah, great job. The first initial Savage defender to the play didn't make the tackle, but he made the ball carrier go east and west, made him bubble, and the backside pursuit by the Savages was great to get him flat. So it's a big 3rd down right here and 3 for McLain, and this is a big 3rd down for the Savages. We have to have a stop right here.
Yeah, that was actually a gain of 5. They're bringing up 3rd and 4, and you're right. The trips out to the far side. We may see a throw or a run if they try to run. Those receivers try to run off the coverage on the other side. It is going to be a throw out to the flat. It's complete. That's going to be enough for the first down, but not much more. As he's down at actually push forward. I think they're going to give him I don't know if his knee went down. It's enough to move the chains, though, so that's going to be a first down for the Titans at about the 40-yard line, the 39-yard line. So first and 10 for the Titans, and that was just a simple. It looked like he just kind of did a little curl route on the outside.
Yeah, there's trips to the field. The single receiver to the boundary just ran a hitch to the sticks for the first down, but then forward progress got some more.
Well, first and 10 for the Titans at their own 39-yard line. Handoff, no, play action up the middle, and watch out. Has some speed. Oh, great diving tackle. I like to see that. That was Champagne, and again, that is one of my favorite things is when somebody runs somebody down from behind and actually trips them up. You see so many times where they chase the ball carrier all the way down the field. And again, I know this is a play where they're getting our end of the field, but Champagne, a tremendous effort to dive, hit the ankles, and take him down and prevent what might have been a touchdown.
Hey, but look here, we got trips to the boundary, single receiver to the field. I won't be surprised if they attack the single receiver to the field.
Yeah, or look for more running room to the wide side of the field for the running back, and that's what. Nope. and he's going to hand it up the middle. He's kept it outside. Now blows off one Savage tackler, brought down by Tenahero, and I think that was a solo tackle by Tenahero. Managed to, and bad news for Savages is
Champagne. Nope.
that's Ginn slow getting up and limping, and Savages certainly don't want to see any more injuries. Looks like they're going to bring in, take out Ginn, bring in Jimmy Brown. Ellen, you saw the running ability once again displayed and followed a block outside. Good open field tackle by Tenahero, though, to wrestle him down, prevent the first down. Brings up second, and let's call it 3. Right at the 30-yard line. Line to gain is the Savage 27. Play action, hand up out in the flat, takes off up the middle of the field, and he gets enough for the first down. That's going to move the chains. And brought down in the field of play. But again, that's just a quick, you just throw it out to the receiver at the line of scrimmage and hope he gets open in space, and he did that time.
Yeah, well, you throw it out to him in space, and he's just trying to break a tackle right there. Kilpatrick comes down inside out on the ball carrier, wrap him up.
I say the Savage defense is bending but not breaking, not giving up big plays, but has given up quite a bit of yardage. This drive started at the 29-yard line. And now the Titans are at the Savage 29. Savage 24, first and 10. Again, trips out to the far side, half play action. He's under pressure this time, throws it up for grabs. Kenny, oh, wow, that was a beautiful pass.
Touchdown.
That's a touchdown. I think he caught that both feet inbound.
Yes.
That was just, again, that was decent coverage. That was just a perfect pass by Franklin to the corner on that flag route.
Yeah, that's exactly right there. The quarterback stepped up in the pocket. We had pressure in his face, but delivered a strike right there, right on target.
Yeah, that's not the way Savages want to see the second half start off, as that turned out to be a 71-yard drive. But again, I will say that we did miss him. We did have pressure on him, and he stepped up in the pocket, avoided the pressure, and let it go. But that was not much you can do when a quarterback can throw like that.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to have to. If they broke the huddle with that 75, struggling to get off the field. That makes it 40-12, by the way. Here's the kick, and that's no good. That went off to the side. And so remains a 28-point ball game with 8:17 left in the third quarter. Savage is on the wrong end of this one as give up a 71-yard drive on the first possession of the second half. They'll get the ball when we get back. After these words from our sponsors, you're watching Broken Savage Football on the Broken Network. See you in a minute.
When I share my story, it's about more than solving the mysteries of our solar system. I represent the curious spirit of the nation, the Choctaw Nation.
I am our past.
I am our present.
I am our future.
I am all of us, because our stories make us more.
Welcome back. Savages are down by 28, and it has been a nightmare on this Halloween for Broken Bow as injuries, mistakes, turnovers, and just a good play by McLain have combined to put Broken Bow in a 28-point deficit here midway through. Actually, not even midway, almost 4 minutes into the fourth quarter. That drive took 3 minutes and 43 seconds. Lasted about 7 plays. Titans will kick off to the Savages. See if we can get a return and set up a good offensive drive. It's going to be fielded at the 17-yard line. It's going to be Sky Baker and tries to elude one tackler, but does not. Brought down by an ankle. Was that Baker or was that Tenahero?
Tyron.
Oh, that was Tenahero. Yeah, Tyron Tenahero, not Baker. On the one on those gray jerseys is kind of sticks over. Yeah, it looks like the 7 is kind of short. So that was Tenahero on the return. So it gets it off to the 27. So a 10-yard return by Tenahero sets up 1st and 10 at their own 27. And here comes the freshman quarterback, Blake Skelton. Have Corey Frazier in the backfield with him. Twins split out to the far side. Hall split out to the near side, and it's going to be a handoff looking for running room. Bounces it outside. Frazier, well, he hesitated, went inside, and then hesitated to come outside, and I think he hesitated too long. This team is too fast to do that.
Yeah. I mean, they're running to the ball, trying to get all their front 7 to the football,
So
I'd like to see a mixture of runs and then possibly another three-step shot or deep shot to Hall or to a receiver.
Yeah. Yeah, brings up a 2nd and 9. It's a gain of 1. Here's handoff rolling out to his left. Skelton, he launches this one. It's intended. It caught. Oh, right at the sideline. Did he get both feet in?
No, he's the ref signaling
That was
out of bounds.
that was Williams. Man, that was a beautiful pass as I believe that's
Tyron.
Is that Tenehero?
Yeah, post corner.
Okay, I saw the one, but not the other one. But it was perfect, man. I tell you,
I know that was nice. Nice by Blake.
His other than the interception, his passes have been deadly accurate,
right.
And that one was caught. Just
just ran out of bounds.
Not both feet in bounds.
Room. Yeah, just not enough room right there. It was a great throw, great catch by Tyron. We'll have to come back to that one as the game goes on.
Yeah, 3rd and 9, big, tough 3rd down again for the freshman quarterback. Kind of an obvious passing situation. He's going to drop back 1 step. It launches it down the sideline, intended for Hall. Hall fights for it, and there's looking for the interference call.
Yeah, there was a little pushing there.
There's some pushing, but that was hand fighting, and they usually let that go.
Yeah, hey, but that was the DB on the coverage there was number 7. You know, he squeezed Tyron to the sideline with a low shoulder. It was good coverage by McLain, but nice throw. What I also like about the last 2 throws by Blake. Even though Tyron, he caught it, but it went out of bounds. He threw it where only Tyron can get it.
I tell you, I also like the play call because you're throwing it way downfield. So, if for some reason they intercept it, that's a horrible punt as it comes off. Again, hey, was that guy in the field of play when he caught it?
Hey, that was one of the
I don't. Well, the ball hit in the field of play and then bounced over the sideline. But anyway,
no, it went out of bounds.
It did. Okay, it broke the plane of the boundary. But I said that ball it didn't go down out of bounds before it's fielded like by an assistant coach.
One of the McLain assistants fielded it, and it took about 2 or 3 steps, like he was going to take it to the house, trying to.
Maybe an alumnus that. Seeing back in the glory. But what I like about that call is that throwing it deep downfield is on 3rd down and long. If it's intercepted, it's just as good as a punt because Skelton's throwing it 40 yards downfield. And again, with Hall, you always have a chance.
That's right.
For a reception. As it is, that punt, the ball's in Titan territory, but just barely so at their own 49-yard line. So they're going to set up with trips out to the far side, single receiver to the near side. Quarterback, a low snap, handoff up the middle, and now it's taken down in the backfield by Brown. Good job of basically body slamming the ball carrier.
Yeah, that's exactly what we needed right there. But it looked like a missed handoff. The running back didn't completely have the ball.
Well, the snap. I think that the snap was actually low. I don't know if it hit the ground, but the quarterback had to go down. It hit either the ground or his toe, and so that delayed the exchange.
Yeah, delayed the exchange and allowed the defensive front to gain a step or 2 on McLain.
Officially, that's a loss of 1 yard. It's more like a foot, but we'll call it a tackle for loss, bringing up 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff, cutting inside, and that's going to be a horse collar.
Yeah,
blown dead, and so that will give them.
It was a false start. Before, so that
would negate the horse collar.
Yeah.
I wonder. I saw the horse collar and they blew the play dead. I said, "Wait a minute, what's going on?"
Yeah.
Well, that's good for the Savages. A lucky break as.
But anytime you're wrapping someone up like a horse collar or a possible face mask, you're just wrapping up too high. Like I said, you got to get in the hips.
Yeah.
Hip joint, knee joint, ankle joint, and drive for 5.
And, Coach, that may be the difference between when I heard the whistle may have blown when he just grabbed him to kind of slow him up. Here's a pass out in the flat, looking for running room, and makes a move. Watch out. Accelerates. He's being chased. It's a foot race down the sideline. He'll be taken down, but not before he gets into the red zone at about the 10-yard line. And that was just get it out. That pass actually was behind the line of scrimmage. Caught and accelerated past a couple of Savages. Good job of pursuit. Again, they didn't give up on it.
Yeah.
But,
that time, the Savages, we brought pressure off the edge right into the quarterback's throwing path, and then he just throws a little bubble to the inside receiver. It's one-on-one out there. We just got to make that tackle out of that safety.
Yeah, Franklin's a good quarterback. Here's a handoff. He has some running room, and he's brought down at the 1-yard line by Cupid. Gets up in Cupid's face, and that.
Hey, but one of the hardest things to do is to tackle an athlete out in space, So those angles, you got to create them with your leverage, pursuing the football inside out, and then just wrap him up. But making open field tackle is hard to do versus an athlete.
Yeah, touchdown saving tackle by Cupid. Let's see if they can make it stand. Now, if that's going to be in the end zone, just following the blocking, plunges across, and wow, that is going to be 46 points put on the board. And 2 straight drives, one of 71 yards, one of 51 by the Titans. And the Savages still looking for answers here in the second half, not finding any defensively. And so.
I know McLain has a mixture of running passes here, but, on their runs, all that this is inside zone. They're also pulling a backside guard on some of their inside zone or on their stretch play, but we're just getting beat off the ball.
Remember, Franklin is the quarterback. He's going to run into the end zone and get the 2-point. Does he get it? Yep.
He gets it.
And that was on a low snap again. They've had trouble snapping the football, but that time they do convert. And so that makes it 48-12. Wow, Savages.
Yeah, this quarterback, he's also their holder on extra point, Bad snap, had pressure in his face. He just makes something out of nothing,
Well, and so is the Savages now that Skelton's in at quarterback because he's our holder.
Yeah, that's true. But in pregame for McLain, I was watching their quarterbacks warm up, and number 15, he was the only one throwing passes. Their coaches were throwing routes to the receivers, so I'm not sure how much depth they have behind their number 15 at quarterback. But maybe we can wrap him up, rattle him, try to get him off his rhythm. But right now, McLain is throwing on time and running the ball effectively.
Well, and it's a result in a 48-12 advantage over Broken Bow. Still in the third quarter, 5:34 left. So Savages again need to get some momentum back, and that's going to have to be on the offense's shoulders now. As
the last 7 kickoffs has been straight to Tyrant, right down the middle. So let's see if they just do the same here.
Well, I don't expect them to change that. It's worked for him, and that's a pretty good kick. It's going to land at about the 15, fielded at the 10 by Tyrant, bobbles it momentarily. Now he's running. Now he's, he gets it through one tackler, hitting the shoulder pad, but now taking down 10. So
that's going to be at the 9-yard line. But the deal is we have to catch the ball in the air. Trust your speed, hustle to the ball. Catch it with your elbows in, pinkies together, and then make something happen. But what happens there when the ball hits the ground, the coverage team gains a step. When the ball hits the ground 3 or 4 times, we haven't fielded it, they gain 5 steps. And so that coverage team is getting down there, swarming to the ball, and as you can see, the ball's at the 11-yard line. So
yeah, well, and Coach, not only do you have when you pick it up, you don't catch it in the air, the 5 steps, but he bobbled it. That is another 5 steps. You can't really blame the kickoff team for lack of blocking there. They had a little extra time to get downfield. As a result, Savages have it 1st and 10 at their 11-yard line. There's going to be a handoff. Frazier inside, nothing going. He was leveled.
So it's going to be a loss for 2. Loss of 2, I think.
Yeah, and again, with a freshman quarterback back in the backfield, you're inside your own 15-yard line, now inside your own 10, but again, you're at a disadvantage offensively because they kind of know you're probably not going to throw across the middle. I mean, your options are limited. Let's see what's going to happen on this play. May throw it on this play, though, and they will. Looking. He's rolling out to the left, throws it out, and it's complete. Complete at the 15. Can he get the first down? Yes, first down. They move the chains. Great pass by Skelton. Good reception, and then a run after that by Champagne as he caught it. Paused for a beat and took off straight up field, knew where he needed to go, and gets to the Savages to move the chains. Good thinking by Champagne and a nice pass by Blake Skelton.
Yeah, nice job by Champagne. Where he runs that curl route, he sits down in a hole, and great job by Blake finding him. Nice throw right on a string to him.
Yeah, for you who don't know, a curl route, you go straight up the field, then you come back toward the quarterback a couple of steps, and it's a timing route. Here's a handoff. Frazier up the middle. Good blocking by the offensive line. And then a nice move by Frazier. He's still going. 40. Frazier the 45. Frazier across almost to midfield. Flag on the play, though, and that may be holding. That may be why looking at the...
the white hat signal face mask, so this might be on McLain. So
that'll get us across midfield. Personal foul, face mask on the defense. Nice. Good catch, Coach. Well, keep in mind, that's fantastic as the Savages started this drive at their own 11, and then we're put back inside their own 10 of the 9-yard line. And a great pass and a good run.
Yeah. Yeah, the completion to Champagne and a nice run by Frazier gave us some spark right here. This built
And a
us
penalty.
momentum.
And all of a sudden, we're at the 37-yard line. There's a handoff. Frazier trying to get out of the backfield and does lose him. Well, I don't know how he got loose of those guys, but it's going to be a short gain, but it's luckily it's not a loss. Frazier did a kind of a stutter step move and squeezed between an edge pressure that was right there on him.
Yeah. I mean, McLain had 2 defenders in the backfield. You know, Frazier just steps up in between them and gets what he can. Great job by Frazier getting positive yards on that run play.
Yeah, it turned a loss into a gain, albeit of 1 yard, bringing up 2nd and 9. Now they have a little extra slot. They've got Williams in the slot, and it's a fumble. It's going to be picked up, and then, wow, Skelton gets leveled, and that's going to be a loss, but at least he got to the football. Again, you have to be sure-handed, but you're not accustomed to that exchange with Skelton in there. It's a little bit different dynamic. Everybody's timing is different, and so sometimes that hurts you even on a run play. I guess it's right at the line of scrimmage, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. We've got twins and a slot to this side. Rolling out to this side is Skelton. Has he is taken down, and maybe a good decision not to throw it. As Skelton, a pretty cool head for a freshman, is he looked downfield and pulled his arm like he was about to throw it and decided not to, as they had double coverage. And it was a short route. Had it been downfield, throw it. You know, if it gets intercepted, it does. It's 3rd down. You get a punt. Actually, 4-down territory anyway.
Yeah,
but
exactly. Like we said, you know, McLain was in hip pocket of our receivers. That was a coverage sack right there. Backside defense end, number 40, gets flat, chases Blake from behind for the sack right there.
Yeah, well, now it's way back at the end. I think they're going to send the house on this one, put pressure on the freshman quarterback. Let's see if they do. Yeah, they've got, they drop everybody back in coverage.
They brought 3. Screen
now
play.
It's thrown to Frazier. Can he get loose? He gets one, gets past another one to the 40, and then he's taken out of bounds, and that's going to turn it over on downs as he gets, not even back to the original line of scrimmage, gain of about 7, but that's kind of moot. As it'll turn over on downs and be McLain's football at their own 38-yard line. So he did get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Hey, that time McLain brought 3. Dropped all their 8 in coverage. Played the screen pretty well right there. But we also completed it, got some positive yards with Frazier. So we just got to keep believing, keep fighting, and keep chipping away right here. But we're running out of time.
Yeah, the bad thing about that play is you're way behind the chains, and so you don't have another opportunity. And here's going to be a handoff up the middle, looking for running room. He gets his legs taken out from under him. He's going to fall forward for about another 2 or 3 yards for a gain of about 5. Looked like maybe Cupid swept the legs, but not before. I think Cupid took his legs out at the 40, and he fell forward to about the 43. That's called a gain of 5, brings up 2nd and 5. Again, still in the third quarter, minute 42 left in the third quarter. 48-12 is your score. McLain in control here. Savage is reeling after major injuries on offense and defense. Handoff up the middle, still running, and gets near the 1st down. Not quite to the line to gain. That's going to bring up a 3rd and about 1. Boy, I tell you, they're not giving up. Savage hard hitting. Sky Baker, Rocky Baker, and looks like Cupid getting off the bottom of that pile.
Yeah, another inside zone play. The formation was doubles. Number 2 receivers ran bubbles. So they handed the ball off to the inside to the running back for inside zone.
Yeah, they got twin split out to the near side and far side. So double twin formation. I think it's just 3rd and 1, though. I expect them to run it and kind of milk this clock.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. That's exactly what they're going to do. Contact made in the backfield. Wow, he gets enough. Yeah, second effort gets him to the 50, and that's going to move the chains, give another 1st down. And maybe the 49 inside Savage territory.
Yeah, 1st down, and the clock continues to run right here. So, it's based off that 2nd and 3rd effort right there. We had him wrapped up. We just got to drive, run our feet, push the pile back. But we have to stop the run here, stop that clock.
I don't expect McLain to give up on they've had so much success with the run anyway, but plus now they're just milking the clock.
They're going to come back with this inside zone, or they're going to pull it, throw the bubble or the stick route.
First and 10 from the Savage 45-yard line. Handoff. And has his legs knocked out by Allen this time. Falls forward for a gain of 2 or 3. And that's going to do it. It's going to be 2nd and 9 when we come back, but that should do it for 1 quarter play. 1 second, and that'll do it. Well, after 3 quarters of play, it's 48 for McLain, 12 for the Savages. Savages looking for a miracle, need to come back. We're going to have a break and have a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back. You're watching Brookwood Savage Football on the Brookwood Network.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services, such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
Oh no, are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, got a pretty big fender bender here.
Don't worry, State Farm's got you covered.
That's great to hear. Robin, what's going on?
We're gonna get you a tow truck, Mike.
Thank you. Real fender bender going on. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Everybody remain calm. No reason to panic.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right.
Jennifer Broadus, State Farm Insurance. Visit our new location at 1605 South Park Drive, 580-584-9184.
Yeah, Savage defense back on the field. At the Titans looking at a 2nd and, I said 2nd and 9. Looks like they marked it a yard ahead, so 2nd and 8 from the Savage 47-yard line. McLain leads by 36 points, 48-12. So Savages need to get the ball back quickly. Here's a run outside. Has his legs knocked out from under him this time. Good job by Williams. Braden Williams in there. And that's going to be no gain. Bring up 3rd and 8. Does keep the clock running, however. 11:47 and ticking in the 4th quarter. McLain probably even on 3rd and 8. I think maybe they run the ball this time. They're I don't know. They may throw it. They've got twins split out to the near side, far side. They are going to throw it. Pressure on the quarterback, and it's Rocky Baker grabs a hold of him, and now he is drilled in the head. Did he learn? Oh, how does he keep? Oh, wow. He somehow managed to maintain his feet and throw the football for an incomplete pass. That would have helped us. It does stop the clock, but he was back about 15 yards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got to hand it.
Yeah, we hadn't wrapped up. I just got to keep finishing the play right there. I'm surprised he got the ball off.
I don't know how he was drilled by Baker, although he didn't wrap. He did deliver the blow, but didn't wrap him up. So I got to hand it to Franklin. He's a tough quarterback, hard to bring down, and also has a rocket arm. That brings up 4th and 8, and so they will punt. Or at least they're in punt formation.
Yeah,
I would assume
their quarterback's also their punters, so I doubt. I'm sure they'll punt it off. But
yeah, Sky Baker back at his own 15-yard line.
Put some pressure on here and block this thing.
Well, there's some flags, and that may be a false start on McLain. And so that's going to move the ball back a little further. Yeah, we'll take what we get. Move it actually back into their own end of the field. 5-yard penalty moves them back to the 48. Brings up a 4th and 14. And Sky Baker will move to his own 25-yard line. Savages need a spark. They've yet to score in the second half. So here comes Franklin. Wow, there was I think that may be offsides on Cupid. If not, he timed it perfectly because I saw the snap, and as soon as the quarterback caught the ball, as soon as the punter caught the ball, Kyler Cupid was running through their backfield. I think that may be offsides on Brookwood. Let's see what the call is.
No, another infraction on McLain. They're backing him up 5. So that's going to help us out right here on field position.
Take yardage.
But what I'd like out of the return man right here is to catch the ball in the air. Don't let it bounce. That's the hidden yardage in the football game.
Yeah, well, that's Sky Baker, and he was at his own 15, and now he's up around on the 25.
Hey, they're still moving up there. They're not set yet, so.
Well, that may be another penalty. Keep moving it this way. Baker now at the 30-yard line. And they're looking at the sideline. The official is signaling. Now he's starting the clock. I was saying the clock hadn't started yet. I wonder why it was taking so long. It's because they hadn't started the clock, and they're going after the ball. That was a block.
Hey, it was offsides by Rocky Baker or Quinlan, just trying to time the snap.
Yes, and I agree with that, though, Savages. You got something. Go after the block.
Yeah.
And I think they've seen that on those long snaps, they've had 5 or 6 of them this half that have been low. And so why not? Why not?
Yeah.
You get a
based off film, McLain hasn't done a good job blocking on punt, and their snaps have been inconsistent. So I kind of like this offside penalty by Cupid and Rocky. They're just trying to time the snap count, trying to gain a competitive edge right here. So
yeah, there's a high snap that punt gets off, but it's it takes a wonderful roll if you're a McLain fan all the way to the 25. Hit the ground at about the 45 and roll 20 yards.
You'd like to block it, but we didn't get to the block. But we had a disruption right there. We got into the punter's head, and he didn't have a very good kick, but it also rode 15 yards too.
Yeah.
So,
just tell you, nothing going right for the Savages tonight. Again, from their own 1-yard line after a big loss, 2 plays scored early in the first quarter, but really have had only bad news since that time. Good news is they just did get a stop after giving up pretty good field position.
Back, and the offense is back out. So
it's going to be Skelton in the backfield, along with, I believe, Patrick. Now Skelton throws it out in the flat. It's caught. Watch out, it's Hall to the 25, to the 30. And after the 34-yard line, that was a nice pass.
That was a great job by Blake. Pocket kind of broke down, but he stepped up in a kind of a phone booth. He threw the ball and completed it to Hall. So that was a nice completion. Nice. It's going to be 2nd and 2 right
nice throw, as you said, in the pocket under a little pressure. Brings up a 2nd and 1. Let's see what we do here. It's going to be Patrick in the backfield. Handoff. Patrick has running room. Patrick across the line to gain, and more, almost to the 40-yard line. Gain of 5. That's going to move the chains. Give the Savages 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. 9:14. Well, not ticking right now, but when they set the chains, it will be left in the game. Savages looking to at least put some points on the board. Again, they're down by 36. It would be nice to get back inside that 15.
Yeah, exactly. But we've picked up some yardage here. We've got the first down. Let's try to get a little tempo here and see if we can put something together.
Well, trip split to the near side. Single receiver to the far side. Throw to Hall in space. Hall at midfield. Or is that Tenejero? I can't tell. Oh, that is Hall. Man, Hall is dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he's dangerous with the ball in his hand, but I like that. He had a look like a 7-yard hitch. He catches it, but makes the guy miss and gets some yards after catch right there. But I like this offensive series right here by the Savages.
Nice throw by the freshman quarterback. Moves the chains, gets the ball into Titan territory at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Savage is already set up, snapped the ball. Oh, it's Patrick. Patrick running. Oh, wow. He had his legs taken out as it looked like Braden Williams was trying to make the block, and I guess the guy just decided to tackle both of them. That's a bruiser at linebacker back there.
Yeah, McLain all nights have done a great job swarming to the football, but I like Cole Patrick's run right there. Got some positive yards, especially with Quinlan Bailey being out. We got Cole Patrick and Frazier at running back.
Yeah, gain of 3, play action. Skelton rolling out, launches it, and it's up for
But we need to keep that pocket. Give Blake some time right here. Blake stepping up in the pocket and delivering some passes, but we can't let that pocket break down because anytime Blake's moving to the left, to and to the right, it's just hard to throw the ball on the run. I like him in the pocket. He steps up in the pocket, delivers a pass right here. So this offensive lineman has to step up.
Yeah, Rocky Baker in the slot. Patrick in the backfield, handoff Patrick, and Patrick Malute. Patrick had a guy right in his face and managed to avoid him, but then he ran into another one who got leveled, and so that's going to bring up 4th down. Obviously, Savages said not only 4th down territory here, but in 4th down territory by virtue of the clock from now on to the end of this football game. 7:30 and ticking. The line to gain is the 25-yard line. Savage get to the line. The tip of the ball touches that yard line. They move the chains. They are 6 yards away. Here's a snap. Skelton rolling out, and he's going to maybe run it. Yeah, he's running it. Just can't get there. And that's, again, I know there's other plays, but that's where you miss Graydon Howell because, he would have been able to get that 5 yards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, not a knock on Skelton. Skelton actually, like I said, may
got some
be a better
positive
passer,
yards,
but that's not the play you want Skelton, trying to make. And so they're going to turn it over on downs.
McLain, they just have a coverage sack right there. Their defensive backs were in the hip pocket of the receivers. Blake would have to throw someone open right there. But the pocket breaks down. He's able to get some yards or even back to the line of gain. But I think Blake, even though thrown in this game down, he's done a great job for the freshman. You got to understand he's just a freshman. And
that's true. And here's a back running outside. There's one tackle, and watch out. He's ran down by Nokum. And the McLain crowd doesn't like that, but Nokum got on his back and wrapped him up. And so he went down, after he'd taken a couple of steps out of bounds. The contact was made in bounds and it was on his back, and so that's not a late hit via the rules.
Yeah, for McLain, that running back, number 10, that's their backup running back.
But what it is a huge gain into Savage territory. Gives them first and 10 at the Broken Bow 46, and you might see that same play again.
Yeah, it's inside zone. He bounces off.
Well, this time he's met by Baker in the gap, along with about 6 other Broken Bow players, and so he goes down. Champagne in there as well. I think Champagne might have made the initial contact.
Yeah. Well, right there, we brought pressure off the edge. We had every gap filled right there, so did a good job on him squeezing all those gaps and not allowing that running back to get out.
Well, let's see. It stops him for no gain. That's going to be 2nd and 10. Clock now at 5.5 minutes left. And McLain with 20 seconds left on the play clock, in no hurry to snap this football. Franklin looking to the sideline. There's 10 seconds held. Oh, a bad snap. And I'm a little surprised. They snapped that ball with 10 seconds left on the play clock. So.
Yeah, it might have been miscommunication.
I'm not sure he was supposed to snap it because it went right past Franklin and back into their territory.
Yeah, Franklin, just miscommunication with the center and the quarterback. I know Franklin's he's wanting that game clock to get down to under 5 before he snaps it. But good job by number 10, their backup running back, to field the ball there, recover it.
Yeah, clock's at 4:40 and ticking, and brings up 3rd and a mile. The line to gain is a Broken Bow 36-yard line, and they're at their own 40. 3rd and 24, pass across the middle, almost intercepted. Looked like Cole Patrick in there. And the nice fact about that, incompletion stops the clock, and so with 4th down, they're going to punt to Broken Bow with 4:26 left.
Yeah, I mean, it was 3rd down and forever, and they decided to throw it, which incomplete stops the clock, so that's in favor of the Savages. What I want to see right here is just pressure on the punter and maybe disrupt his timing and force a bad punt or possibly block it here.
Well, Scott Baker was at the line of scrimmage. Now he's dropping back into receiver position. Let's see what kind of snap it is. This is a little bit of a high snap. Here's the kick, and this one is a returnable punt. It's going to be caught at the 28-yard line. Watch out, Sky Baker.
Has
the
the
40,
boundary.
and makes contact. Comes down to about the 44-yard line. Good field position for Broken Bow. Baker caught that and then accelerated, going straight. I would say north-south running. I know their field's east-west like ours, but running straight upfield, getting as many yards as he could in as short a time as he could.
Had his elbows in, pinkies together, fielded the ball, and then made something happen. So it was a great return by him.
Well, that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Savages at the 44-yard line, their own 44-yard line. And let's see if they can go down and put it in the end zone.
Hey, the McLain defender that made the tackle on Baker was their running back, number 2. So not only is this running back from McLain really physical running back, he's also playing some defense pretty good.
Yeah, he got some speed on him, able to run Baker down the open field, rolling out to the far side. Skelton looking. He's going to launch it out. It's caught. Hall, if they give him his forward progress, it's going to be about 2nd and 3. Let's see where they call it down. I don't know where he actually had possession of the football, but oh wow. I'm not down the field, but I thought it should have been at least across midfield because when he first touched the ball, he was a yard from the marker.
Yeah. Well, he was breaking back on the ball. The defender broke on the ball too. It seemed like at the same time they got to the ball, but Hall caught it. So
Throw complete to Champagne across the middle. Boy, that was a thread the needle type pass as he threw it between two defenders.
This route combination has been wide open all night. So Champagne's running a curl. By the number 2, we have a corner. By number 3, we have a speed out. So that whole shot right there by Champagne's been open all night.
Well, Skelton throwing. I could call him Skeleton because it's Halloween. But Skelton throwing strikes out there. Two straight completions gives the Savages a first down in McLain territory. Rolling out, throws it across to the flat, and it's caught again.
To Hall.
Right to Hall and right in his hands. Man, that's 3 completions in a row, 2 to Hall, and that's the same route Hall ran early.
Yeah.
He had good coverage on Hall. It was either one-on-one or he was in that zone, and there was no separation between him and the defensive back, but the ball was right on the money from Skelton. But this may be coming back for a penalty. Let's see what the call is.
Hey, what I like about this is that Blake's getting comfortable in the pocket. He's finding some rhythm. We're finding some plays on the call sheet that fit him as a quarterback passer, and we're able to complete the ball.
Yeah, 2:05 left the ball game. Skelton now rolling up, now looking, throws it across the middle, and that's to the 10, to the 5, into the end zone, touchdown.
No, I think that's Champagne.
Or is that Champagne? That is Champagne.
Hey, but the refs are not signaling it. I don't know why.
Yeah, that was a touchdown. What happened?
Might have ran out of bounds. It looks like it might be at the 3.
Inadvertent whistle. No. It's a touchdown. They're going for 2. That was a touchdown. I just didn't see him hold their hands. I said there's no reason it would
the signal.
Beautiful route by Champagne. Again, the ball right on the money. That's the 4th straight completion by Blake Skelton. Great drive by Broken Bow. Gets them to 18. They're going to go for 2 here as they have twin split out up top. Champagne split out to the bottom. And Frazier in the backfield with Skelton. Play action, and he lobs it across the middle, just a little short. It might have been caught, but it was short. Tinahero, the intended receiver, he may have caught it, but he was down at the 1, and so that is no good. Score remains 48 to 18 with 1:51 left. Savage is probably going to onside kick it after this. We'll find out. Take a break and be right back. The last 1:51 of this ball game. You're watching Broken Bow Savage Football on the Broken Bow Network.
When I share my story, it's about more than solving the mysteries of our solar system. I represent the curious spirit of the nation, the Choctaw Nation.
I am our past.
I am our present.
I am our future.
I am all of us, because our stories make us more.
Yeah, welcome back. If we do onside kick, come on, Victor Silva not here tonight, so we may just kick away. We will. I was saying that's kind of a difficult thing for a backup kicker to do. Ball's fielded about the 28, looking to go across the field. Gets past one would-be tackler and then is corralled and taken down.
That's Hunter Shomo on the tackle.
Hunter Shomo once again. Wow. Looked like it might have been Cole Patrick in there as well, so good coverage. But now clock continues to tick and just as well. I mean, that's probably going to be your final score. I figure they may have to come out and kneel on the ball twice, and that'll be it. So Savage going to lose big here on the road again, but have lost in the first half, lost Graydon Howe and Quinlan Bailey to injury. And certainly hope we get a good report on those young men, and they are okay and able to return to play or at least recover quickly.
One more play right here, and maybe 2 more plays.
That's kind of. I think he's going to kneel it down. That's a victory formation with 2 backs back there. Yeah, so Savage is going to lose a crucial district game on the road, and
especially this loss right here kind of shakes up the district right here. We plan to win this one and then win next week versus Podo, and we hope for Salisaw to beat Ada. But this loss right here shakes up the whole district. So. We're going to have 2 losses in the district.
Yeah, and I think the Savage. Well, I don't know what the score of 8 is, but Savage, I believe, are now limited. They can't win the district. They can't be district champions. I think they have. Well, again, there are other scenarios. We'll actually have those scenarios for you next Friday.
Yeah, which
As,
today's still Thursday.
It is
so we
Thursday.
Still have
They got a long week to recover, a long week to heal and prepare for the Poto Pirates, who are coming to Broken Bow on next Friday night, a week from tomorrow. We will be there. It is senior night. We'll be on the air. We'll be on the air at 6:30. We'll have the full senior ceremonies and Savages as they play their final regular season game of this season, and hope to try to get. We'll have the better idea of the playoff picture, but hopefully play for a second place spot in District 4A4, or at least not the last spot, because I think that's a straight trip to the Wagner Bulldogs. We'll find out, though. Savages lose here on the road, lose a couple of players as well. 48-18 is your final score. On behalf of Skip Copeland, who's now running the camera, and, on behalf of Jonathan Calloway, who's our director, ran the boards. Dustin, do you have anything else to say? Any comments on this game? Or
it's a tough loss. I feel like the loss last week kind of carried over to this week. And starting off game off fast. We didn't do that. So then again, we have another week of just turnovers and fumbles, and even though they weren't on kickoff, but interceptions and fumbles. But they're still a good football team. We're going to learn from it, keep growing from it. But I know Blake showed some promising offensive series. But we'll have to bounce back. Keep fighting, keep believing, and get back on the win column here next week versus Poto at senior.
That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. So, Savages have their work cut out for them, but we will be there, and we will bring you that game next Friday. And again, did not play the way we wanted to, but lost. Certainly hope those guys are okay. But still proud to be a Savage, and once a Savage,
always a Savage.
Good night.
This is my time, ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights, 'cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line, there ain't no doubt in my mind, beating the buzzer like, this is my time, this is my moment, you better bet that I'm on it, ready and set, I'ma own it, blast it to 10, then keep going.